From the greatest sports town in modern history, New York City. Welcome to the most exhilarating sports talk on YouTube today. The Entertainer, talking sports. So mute your device, dial your phone, and prepare yourself for the pinnacle of sports talk on YouTube. The Entertainer, talking sports. Monday nights, only on YouTube.
Stand up, New York sports fans! Thank you guys. Whoa, look at the chat is always, it zooms in. I don't know what's going on there. Let's shrink that back down. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know why that keeps happening. What's going on, Lucas? How you doing? Sexy Goat in the house. Joseph Kelly in the house. Cushmaster in the house. Who else we got in here? Jeremy Newsbaum in the house. MH, Chris Sinor, Sperm Cell, Sexy Goat, stand up. Christopher Columbus in the house. GC, let's go Mets. Lucas in the house. That's right, I got to represent my Mets today. Who else? Procaccini, Cushmaster, Joe Lutz, Brandon Brodus, R.I.P. Prime, how you doing? Jason Francois, Mike Nixon, Dominic, what's going on? What's going on? Brady Rays. So, what a crazy, crazy couple of days it's been for the New York Giants. What's going on, Nelson? How you doing, buddy? As the draft is fast approaching, we've got the NCAA Tournament Selection Show tomorrow, so that should be fun to watch. I actually think I'm going to be streaming that with Sir Cardinal. I think he's coming on the channel. We talked about that yesterday. Maybe I'll have Bad Dog on too. What's going on, Slava, my Rob? But yeah, as far as the Giants goes, Haskins comes out, and not Haskins, rather the Giants come out and say that they don't plan, or supposedly don't plan on drafting Haskins. So that was news to me. A little surprised by that, but it is still, nothing's concrete, but we'll see how that goes. Go Bears, he says. Yeah, what's going on, Lucas G? How you doing? Obviously, free agency just wrapped up. We had a ton of big, high-profile signings. The Jets got Le'Veon Bell. They got C.J. Mosley. Giants signed a couple of nice players, but, you know, obviously we didn't have a ton of money to spend. But, yeah, a lot of big names went to a lot of different places. Obviously, Antonio Brown over in Oakland. And we all know Odell Beckham is now going to be playing for Cleveland. So, a lot of crazy events in free agency this past week. What if I was to tell you, folks, the Giants are saving all their... I think, well, I don't know if it's going to be for Russell Wilson, but I think they're definitely going to make a big splash next year. Are the Giants trying to rebuild or win? Because I'm with you, man. I think they're... What's going on, Gangrene? David, thank you for tuning in the stream, buddy. Everybody do me a favor. Check out his channel over there. David from Colorado, what's going on? Check out his as well. But they're kind of like on the fly. I don't know what they're doing. But I guess we're going to find out soon. I'll tell you, the Bills had a great free agency, Anthony Semino. You guys got Cole Beasley. They signed the thing with the Bills, they brought in a couple of linemen. They didn't get any like big name guys, but they filled a lot of holes with the money that they had. The Jets kind of went for the big names with the Le'Veon Bells and the C.J. Mosleys. The more I listen to you and Bad Dog, the more I like the OBJ. Whoa, Mitch! Wasn't Mitch like so against the OBJ trade? Like he was like going nuts about it. That is crazy. What do I think of OBJ? I'm going to tell you right now. What's going on, J-Zack? Everybody do me a favor. Check out his channel, too. We're going to be working together real soon. What's going on, Smash Talk? Thank you for tuning in to the stream. We're going to open up the phones in like 2 minutes. I'll tell you, the more I think about the OBJ trade, the more I like it. We'll get into it. I'm sure people are going to call about it, so I'll save it for the calls. But the more I like it, the more I think about the OBJ trade. What's going on, Big Blue Fly? Thank you for tuning into the stream. I got deleted from Twitter because... Mitch got deleted from Twitter. I see the Giants passing on a quarterback. It sounds that way, GC. Sir Cardinal's going to be on the channel tomorrow night. We got to figure that out. But we're going to be doing, well, tomorrow afternoon, we're going to be doing the selection show. So that should be a lot of fun as we both have our favorite team on the bubble. Great pick up for our defense. I like Golden Tate. I don't know if he's going to be better than Odell, but I like Golden Tate. Me and Kid Blue are about to record a video. Once we are done, I'll be back. All right, very good stuff, man. Very good stuff. All right, guys, so I am going to open up the phones. We will be talking New York sports or just sports in general, whatever you want to talk about. Miami trading with the New York Jacksonville bet money. All right, here we go. There is the number, 914-481-3811. 3540. 1 second. Cushman, you are quick. What's going on, Cushman?
You're so I was trying to think for you.
Oh my God!
I can't get it through.
Cushman was waiting all day to sing on my channel. What's going on, Cushman? How you doing, buddy?
I don't know. I couldn't get it through. The nerves. It got to me.
I hear you, man. It's not always easy to sing. It's not always easy to sing on YouTube.
Yeah, I'm impressed with you. I'm gonna get better. I'm gonna try to get better.
What's up, buddy? What's up?
Nothing much, man. I just really want baseball to start.
It's almost here. It's what are we now? 2 weeks away?
Yeah, pretty much. And the Japan series is on the 20th and 21st.
Okay, so that's a week away.
But actual the games. So that's just 2 games that they play in Japan. But then the official opening days on the 28th.
Yeah, well, I remember the Mets played in that series years ago. I was in high school. I remember having to wake up at 3 a.m. to watch it or something like that.
Yeah, it starts at 5:30. I'm thinking I'm gonna stream it though.
You're a lunatic, man. Who's playing in it, by the way? What's going on, Steve?
The A's and the Mariners are playing in it.
Okay, A's and Mariners. Okay, not the most.
The pitching matchups: Mike Fiers versus Marco Gonzalez.
Okay.
Marcos, I should say.
Okay. Well, baseball's almost back in the fold, so that should be fun. Obviously, I'm a Met fan, so we'll see how that goes. But this is always a fun time of the year because you've got the draft coming up, NFL free agency, you've got March Madness, you've got baseball getting into the fold, NBA. As a Knicks fan, I'm hoping for a big offseason in June, July with free agency and the draft. So a lot of big stuff on the horizon I'm looking forward to.
Yeah. With the Giants, I just really hope, honestly, at this point, before the OBJ trade, I was leaning towards us taking Haskins at 6. However, now with this, if you could take 3 defensive players with our first 3 picks, and then, there's a really decent shot that all 3 of them end up being at least very good players. And then those are 3 very young pieces that we add to the defense. And we already have a lot of good pieces on offense. And then maybe if we get in the top 10 next year, we can take a good quarterback.
Yeah, the one thing, and obviously if everything works out, meet the Mets or Cardinals. If everything works out perfectly, yeah, but you don't know where we're gonna end up in next year's draft. That's the thing. But if they don't
personally, I know I want to be optimistic. I don't think we're gonna do too well, to be honest. So, but in the bright side, that means we'll have a good pick.
I actually think the Giants could do better than people think. I think they could do better than people think.
All right, we'll see.
But I'm not gonna make any predictions right now. I gotta wait till after the draft and everything else.
Yeah,
but
obviously.
I think the Giants could be better than people think. We'll see, because I think they're getting better at the points that really matter on a football team. The offensive line is gonna be a lot better next year. I think another year under Betcher's system. They're bringing in guys who have thrived in Betcher's system. I think the Giants are going to be better than people think. I think a lot of people have had them penciled in for 3, 4, 5 wins. I think they're going to be better than that. I think they're going to be a competitive football team.
Yeah, I think we'll get more than 3, but I think 5 or 6 maybe. Just my opinion. You can have a different opinion, obviously.
Yeah, no, like I said, I got to wait till after the draft. I got to see what they do in the draft.
Yeah, same.
But anything else, buddy?
Yeah, just one more thing. Could you see Haskins slipping in the draft? Because I don't really see anybody too much of a suitor for him.
I think Haskins, if the Giants pass on him,
fall out the top 10.
If the Giants pass on him, I don't think he gets past the Bengals at 11.
So you think the Bengals would take him?
Yeah, at 11, if he gets there.
Interesting.
If somebody doesn't trade up, yeah.
All right.
Certainly 13 to the Dolphins unless they get Rosen.
All right. Yeah, I could definitely see it. The one thing I will say is that I still feel like the Dolphins want to take a QB in next year's draft.
Just my opinion, just based off what I've seen.
Okay, but who are they going to go with at their quarterback then? They can't start Luke Falk.
I don't know. My guess was that they go with. This was just my prediction going into the offseason, was that they roll with Tannehill for one more year and then draft the QB next draft. But then they traded Tannehill, so we'll have to see.
Yeah, well, that's why at this point I think they're clearly going quarterback, whether it's in the draft or whether it's going after Rosen.
They could have signed Tyrod Taylor, but he signed with the Chargers.
Yeah, everybody signed. All those stopgap guys signed. Now Bridgewater re-signed, and they actually offered Bridgewater more money than the Saints did.
Yeah, but he wanted to stay with the Saints because he's thinking long term that he wants to be the replacement for Drew Brees.
Yeah, no, I know why he did, and I think it's probably a smart decision if Brees is going to retire this year.
Yeah, which there's some rumors that he might, and I believe it's only a 1-year deal. So if Brees keeps playing another year and Bridgewater's like, all right, I want to start now, that he can then start.
Yeah, he
can then leave. He can then leave.
That's a good point. I'm going to let you go because I got people calling in, but I just want to say thank you for the call, Cushman.
All right. And just one last thing. Learn football!
All right, buddy. Have a good one. And that's a good point. Bortles could sign in Miami. That's a possibility. Hold on one second. I just got a hiccup there. What's going on? You're on live. Thank you for calling in.
What's up, Chris? How you doing, my man?
Yeah, what's up? And one second, real quick. No AirPod says, The Entertainer, can I call you on Skype? It says, yeah, you call me on your cell phone. You don't need Skype. What's going on, Raphael? What's going on, buddy? Who's this?
This is Gangrene David calling.
Oh,
What's going
Gangrene
on?
David. What's up, man? How you doing, buddy?
I'm hanging in there, but it's been a chaotic free agency. I've been dropping videos like flies.
Yeah, well, you've seen my channel. I must have put out 40 videos in 5 days. I was a lunatic. But free agency, yeah. I figured it only comes around once a year. Make the most out of it.
Yeah, especially with the free agency we're having.
I got the number wrong again. I don't got the number wrong again. This is the right number, right? 4813540. Is that what you called?
I'm sorry?
Somebody said I got the number wrong on the chat. That's the right number, right?
Yeah, that's the right number.
Yeah, it's the right number. But go ahead, buddy.
All right, well, obviously it's been a chaotic free agency, especially for my Jets. The Le'Veon Bell signing is pretty much what's went viral the last few days, and people are already making excuses for why he signed here and why he's going to quote-unquote suck here, but it's legitimate talent we have here now. It's going to be a great weapon for Sam Darnold to work with, and he's a great veteran. Obviously there's concerns, and I'm going to eye on the concerns, which is what I've said throughout the entire offseason, but what I'm concerned about is why aren't we taking an aggressive approach at the offensive line? We got the guard from Oakland, but we need a center, too.
Well, yeah, you guys really fell asleep at the wheel with Paradis. You should have gotten Paradis. $9 million a year, that's crazy that Carolina was able to get him for that. And what happened was you guys were waiting on Bell, and you guys kind of forgot about him, and he said, screw this, I'm going to just sign. And that was bad for you guys.
That was a bad move. I didn't understand that. But then again, I think he is coming off an injury of some sort, and I think some reports are saying, the Jets were worried about certain concerns, whether he was actually going to make it to training camp or something like that. I don't even remember why, but I don't know why we pushed out on that offer. That was just a bad move, especially if you do have, if you're waiting on Bell, why don't you sign another piece to your offensive line, which is pretty crucial at this point, if you ask me.
Yeah. I think you guys will definitely take a center in this year's draft, probably in the third round since you don't have a second-round pick. That's obviously a big problem with your team. You need to address that offensive line, and I would have thought you guys probably would have done. Darrell Williams signed for a cheap deal too, didn't he? $7 million.
Yeah, that's the problem though. It kind of sucks. I don't want to go bargain shopping though for the center, for my franchise quarterback, and a running back who we're pretty much trusting to be the legitimate weapon for our offense.
Well, no, Williams is a tackle, but he was a guy. Darrell Williams. He was a guy that I was interested in. He was a guy I was interested in my Giants signing, and he signed for a much less deal than I thought he would. I thought he'd get $10 million a year, and he went for 1 year, $7 million on a prove-it contract because he's coming off an injury. He was an All-Pro player in 2017.
It's kind of insane, though. I mean, the same night you guys traded Odell, we signed Le'Veon Bell, and now like people are reversing the roles in terms of New York teams. But it is what it is. I think the Giants could be a little bit under. I think the Giants could be a potential sleeper. I mean, granted, Odell is gone, but
I'm going to tell you, I'm going to take an optimistic approach to this. I think in the long run, this is going to be one of the best things the Giants ever did. I really do. And it's not just that because I think Odell's a bad guy in the locker room, because I do. I don't think he's a leader. But my biggest problem was the money. I think they're going to be able to use that money a lot better than $20 million on a wide receiver. I don't think you win in the NFL when you pay a wide receiver that much. I think the Giants are going to be much better off long-term with Odell off the team. I really do.
Well, yeah, I like your optimism. And, of course, I got to be optimistic about Le'Veon Bell. I mean, I do eye the concerns, but I think he's going to be a guy who helps our quarterback grow, and I think he's going to be a guy who's going to be a legitimate piece on our offense for a few years. I mean, granted, it's not exactly ideal to pay $13 million a year to a running back or all that guaranteed money, but we needed the legitimacy on our offense. I mean, we don't really have that. I mean, if you're going to put weapons around your franchise quarterback, don't go bargain shopping. I mean, you got to take risks, and I willing to take that risk on a guy who obviously already has an elite history and a great resume, and you can't go bargain shopping if you're going to try to grow your franchise quarterback. You can't. No,
Bell's was a great pickup for you guys. You guys got him on a good deal too. I didn't think you'd be able to get him for 4 years, 13 per. So you guys got him on a good deal. I personally don't think he's going to be as effective as he was in Pittsburgh because they had a great offensive line. I think you guys really need to fix that offensive line. Maybe in a year or two it'll be, prime. I still think he's going to be very good. He's probably your best receiver. He's a great dual threat running back. It was a great pickup by you guys. And Mosley, I thought you guys overpaid, but he's going to obviously help your defense. And it would have been nice if you guys were able to keep Barr. But overall, if you're a Jets fan, you got to be happy with the offseason. I mean, you brought in 2 big-time free agents.
Yeah, and we also brought in a pretty pretty stellar slot receiver in Crowder.
Crowder's a good pickup too, yeah.
Crowder's a good pickup, and now what the Jets need to do. Oh, and we also brought in that corner from the Falcons, Brian Poole.
Right.
He's not a bad signing.
No, the Jets, we knew the Jets were going to be active. You guys had more money than almost anybody. But I think you guys had a really good offseason. The Colts, I thought the Colts had a pretty disappointing offseason based on how much cap space they had. I would say you, the Bills, the Titans, I thought had a good offseason, free agency period. The Raiders, of course. So just a couple of teams off the top of my head.
No, I agree. I think teams like the Bills, even us, the Raiders. I mean, they made some pretty aggressive moves. I mean, the Raiders had their own little viral marquee move in trading for Antonio Brown.
Oh, the Raiders had a great offseason. They also brought in Tyrell Williams.
Yeah, they brought in LaMarcus Joyner. They brought in Trent Brown from the Patriots. The Raiders could be a threat. The Browns could be a threat.
The Browns are the other team who had a great offseason because they got Beckham, of course, and they brought in Vernon. But you could argue losing Zeitler might hurt that team more.
Sheldon Richardson.
Yeah, Sheldon Richardson, yeah. But I'm going to let you go because I got people calling in, man. But thank you so much for the call, buddy.
Awesome, man. I mean, it's always great to have these call-ins. It's also great that you do this awesome channel. I mean, I got mine trying to grow as well. I definitely want to do a video regarding free agency recap as free agency is now basically beginning to die down. So
yeah, keep doing your thing, man. Keep putting in that work.
Well, thank you, man. Kudos to your channel, and God bless you and Bad Dog, man. I mean, you guys are an awesome team.
I appreciate that, brother. Have a good one.
You too.
All right. Let's take the next caller. Next call, you're on live. Thank you for calling in. What's going on, Enzo? Thank you for tuning in the stream, buddy. All right. What's going on? You're on live. Thank you for calling in.
Yo, what's up, entertainer? It's MH.
MH is in the building. What's going on? MH just started his own channel recently. What's up, buddy?
Oh, I just want to congratulate you on the flawless victory, the sexy 16 bracket. Congratulations, my man.
I appreciate that. Yes, my subscribers voted for me last night. Thank you guys. So what's up, buddy?
So yeah, I mean, since you got the Mets there, let's talk Mets. I wanted to ask you because I don't know why a lot of people have been saying this. I've seen in news stuff. People think Michael Conforto can have like an MVP like season, and it kind of astonishes me. What do you think? Do you think he can the numbers? I think he can put up the numbers if he stays healthy. What do you think about that?
I love Conforto. I really do. I love his swing. I love his upside. He's just got to stay healthy, like you said. If he stays healthy, Conforto could easily go 285, 30, 100. I think easy.
Okay, that's true. I mean, and also, did you see recently the Drew Smith? He had to undergo. He's not really a big bullpen guy for us, but he would have provided some sort of depth. And he had time. He had to go through Tommy John. You think that's at all? I mean, it's not really a big loss, but what do you think about that?
I mean, that's just status quo for the Mets. I mean, it seems like every year they have 2 or 3 major injuries before the season starts, so this is nothing different. I still think we have a really good bullpen. Obviously, the back end is stacked. With the 2 guys at the back end, obviously with Familia and Diaz, and then I do think I like Gazelman and I like Lugo. I think both of them could be good in the middle. So I think the Mets shape up to have a really nice bullpen. They have a good starting rotation, great top 3. If they could stay healthy, there's no reason to think that the team can't win in the mid-80s minimum if they could stay healthy.
Yeah, you gotta think because Lugo and Gazelman, if they're needed, they can go multiple innings sometimes, and sometimes they can even start, which is because they used to be started.
I like Lugo a lot, and Gazelman. I like both of them a lot. They're great. They're underrated. They were really good for the Mets last year, the first half of the season. So I think the Mets bullpen is going to be a strength this year. I really do.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much all I wanted to really say. Tell Cushman to stop, being your man crush. Enough's enough. We already know you're my homie. We've known each other for. You said it. We've known each other for quote unquote years. So. Tell Cushman to lay off. This is my man's. This is my guy. But that's all I wanted to say. I'll call him later. Just want to make it quick and short because I want to get the new callers in, and we know each other. So
I appreciate that,
keep it going.
Thank you for the call, buddy.
Man.
Thank you for the call, buddy.
Peace.
Have a good one.
Keep going.
Let's take the next call. Delano's in the house. What's going on, Delano? How you doing, buddy? He says, guess who made it in? What's going on, Delano? How you doing? Papito says, let's go, Mets. Let's go, Mets. What's going on? How are you, buddy? Who's this?
This is Jake, man.
Jake, the guy that always comments on my videos, Jake?
Yeah.
The Browns fan, right?
What's that?
You're a Browns fan, right?
No, I'm an Eagles fan.
Oh, Jake Reynolds.
Yeah.
I got you confused.
By the way,
I got you confused with another Jake. What's going on, buddy?
Oh, just one thing before we get into this. I actually changed my name again. It's We Fly High, spelled Phly.
Okay.
Just to let you know that. Just want to throw that in there quick.
What's up?
But yeah, how you been, man?
I mean, not too much news for the New York Giants this week, right?
Nope, none whatsoever.
Yeah.
None whatsoever.
But no, Giants are making big moves. They got rid of their highest profile guy on defense with Vernon. They got rid of obviously Odell Beckham. Couple of low key signings. I thought Golden was a nice pickup. He fits the system nicely. He had 12.5 sacks 2 years ago for the Cardinals. Obviously Golden Tate. I wasn't too fond of the years, but he's gonna be a nice player for the Giants. But obviously you guys had him. I think he didn't have enough time to learn your system. I don't think it's like he took a step back. Because the first half of last season, he was great. But as far as Beckham goes, that was a shocker to me. I was shocked. But I'm taking it as a positive. I think in the long run, it's going to be good for the Giants.
Yeah, the first half of the year, when he was in Detroit, he was his regular old Tate on pace for 1,000 yards. Then we just didn't use him right, and he just didn't fit well with us. We didn't need another slot receiver. We needed an outside guy to go along with Alshon Jeffrey, and that's why we went and traded for Deshaun Jackson.
Right, which was a good pickup by you guys. I just want to say hello to Bavith in the chat. What's going on, Bavith? Yeah, how old is he now, though? 33, 34?
32, but if you check my Twitter, I'm not sure if you're following me on Twitter or not.
I think I am. I have to check, but I think I am.
Yeah, but he leads the league in amount of times hitting 20 miles per hour on a catch, and it's like 15% of the time when he catches the ball, he reaches 20 miles per hour running. So
I remember when he played the Giants all the time. When he was with you guys, he used to kill us all the time. He always took the top off the defense. He's probably my most hated Eagle of all time. I think I could honestly say that. I think he's my most hated Eagle of all time. I just can't.
Yeah,
I can't stand him. He's a great player though.
I mean that's how I feel about Victor Cruz, man. I hated him. Hated playing him.
Right, of course.
So.
But Cruz, unfortunately, was short-lived.
Yeah, and I do really feel bad, honestly. I hate seeing players like that with so much promise just have their careers ended quickly.
Oh God, the Bears, I think it was. So I think it was against the Bears. I don't remember, but he got hurt. Maybe it was the Eagles. I can't remember. He got hurt.
Yeah, it was the Eagles.
Yeah, it was the Eagles. Yeah, he got hurt in the end zone. Yeah, he was never the same player after that.
Yeah. So how do you feel about the Odell trade?
I think it's a good trade. The way I look at it is this. Everybody criticized the Giants for the trade. All the media went out and they bashed the hell out of him. But what did you expect to get for Odell Beckham? Everybody knows his reputation. They know he's not the best guy in the locker room. They know that the Giants are looking to trade him. So the Giants are not dealing from a position of power. And they know that the guy's making $20 million a year at the wide receiver position. So I don't think the Giants could have got much more than they did. People criticize them. I don't think they could, maybe a little more, but I don't think they were getting much more.
Yeah. See, my thing with it is, it just came out of the blue, and it went to.
I just want to get a super chat.
It just shocked me.
I just want to get that super chat real quick. Yeah, it shocked me too. I just want to get the super chat real quick. One Giant Rebuttal. Everybody do me a favor. Check him out. He's a great YouTuber over there. He always supports my channel. My favorite call-in show. I really hope one day you get to do this on some radio station or you blow up more on YouTube. You truly deserve it. You do a fantastic... OGR, man. I really appreciate that, man. I really do.
Hey, I would also like to thank One Giant Rebuttal for following me on Twitter.
Yeah, he just got on Twitter. He followed me too. He just got on Twitter. He's a great guy. Great guy. I always try to get his videos when I can. I've just been so busy the last couple of weeks putting up tons of videos on my page, but great guy.
Yeah, but funny thing about the Beckham trade is that, so I was in my one class, and the girl sits behind me is a huge Giants fan. It got brought up, and she started crying and had to leave the class for like 15 minutes.
Really?
Yeah, because that was her favorite. She was literally she was front row, right behind the end zone when Odell made the catch.
Against the Cowboys?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. A lot of the younger fans are like doom and gloom over this, but at the end of the day, what did he win for us? I mean, they had one winning season with Beckham. Other than that, they never sniffed 500. And the year they won 11-5, it had nothing to do with Beckham. We had one of the best defenses in football in 2016, and the offense couldn't do anything. So, I mean, that team was carried by... And that's not to knock Beckham. He was a great player, but we weren't winning games with him here. So I don't really get why people... I mean, I know he's a great player, and I know he's popular, and I know, but we weren't winning games with him here. So, at the end of the day, it's about winning games.
Uh-huh. Yeah. But, I will say this. The Browns right now, they're looking like one of the best teams in the AFC.
Well, I mean, all that talent. I mean, they got superstars on both sides of the ball. Obviously, they brought in Vernon, Myles Garrett on the defensive side, Denzel Ward. They got nice pieces on the defense, and then obviously on offense, they've got more weapons than God. I mean, with Beckham, with Jarvis Landry, Njoku's a nice tight end. Obviously, Kareem Hunt suspended for 8 games, but we expected that. But yeah, the Browns, and obviously Baker Mayfield. But I mean, the Browns, they're my favorites to win the North. But you never know. A lot of people said the same thing about, you know better than anybody. In 2011, the Eagles. Yeah. I mean, you guys were the dream team, and look what happened.
Yeah, don't even remind me about that team, by the way. But one more thing I'd like to talk about, because I know you want to get some other callers in. As far as trading with the 49ers, who do you feel would be a better fit, McKinnon or Breida.
Ooh, yeah, because you guys do need a running back. Well,
Oh, badly.
yeah. Well, McKinnon's coming off a bad injury. I don't know. I guess Breida, because I'd be too scared with the injury McKinnon had last year.
Yeah, I got to go with Breida because he's younger, and I mean, McKinnon, he's never really been a guy who's impressed me.
Well,
McKinnon, Breida,
if I remember correctly, McKinnon was pretty good the year before last. That's why he signed that big contract.
Yeah, but I mean, he wasn't the number one, was he? Number one was Murray, right? Or Cook or something.
Well, Cook got hurt, and then I think he took over as the number one. Cook got hurt early in the season. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I would definitely rather have Breida. He's shown me a lot, and I just feel like the Niners should give him the ball more. I think they'd have a lot better chance to win. But hell, what do I know? I'm only 16. I'm just a naive football fan. So.
No, man, you know your stuff, man. I just want to say thank you for calling in, and I look forward to talking to you in the future, buddy.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man.
All right, man. Have a good one.
You too.
All right, let's take this next caller. What's going on? You're on live. Thank you for calling in.
It's Saturday night with the entertainer.
Oh, wait, is this Tom?
Kyle.
Oh, I thought this was my friend Tom. I was like, the number doesn't look familiar. What's going on, Kyle? How you doing, buddy?
Good. How you doing, my man?
I'm doing good. We're talking sports. What do you want to talk about? You want to talk Giants? You want to talk Mets? You want to talk Knicks? What do you want to talk about?
Since you named two bad teams, we'll talk about the one good team, the New York Giants.
Well, let's be fair. The Giants haven't been too good either the last few years.
Nah, but I'm a Nets fan and a Yankee fan.
Okay.
I can't really talk about those teams.
All right, let's talk Giants.
So, like, with all the reports that we're not going to be even interested in Haskins, do you think they're going to go with my alumni, Daniel Jones, at 17?
Oh, you went to Duke University?
Yes, I did.
Oh, very cool, man.
Played lacrosse there.
That must have been a really cool school to go to with the basketball team and everything else. I don't like Jones at 17. I like him at 38. And I think you could still get him at 38. I really do. I wouldn't take him at 17. I would go defense at 17. Or I would either go corner, pass rush, or offensive line at 17.
Right. I always have one thing. It looks like some other teams will be interested in Haskins or taking a quarterback, like the Cincinnati Bengals, like the Miami Dolphins. Would you be interested if we had the opportunity to trade back from the 6th pick since we're not taking a quarterback to acquire more picks, just switch our first-round picks with them and pick up an additional second and maybe a next year second or first pick if it came with it to move back a couple picks?
Depends who's there at 6. And then the other thing I'll say is, yes, if you get a lot of draft picks and there's not a knockdown prospect there at 6, it makes sense. But then the other question you got to ask yourself is, why is a team going to trade up with the Giants if they know they're not taking a quarterback? Why wouldn't they wait?
No, I mean, we know we're not taking one. If Haskins is the only guy on the board,
I understand that. But why, if I'm the Bengals and I want Haskins, why wouldn't I wait till pick 7 if I know the Giants aren't taking him to make my trade up?
True. I'm just trying to hope we do something.
Yeah, no, trading down is not a bad option. I mean, it gives you more assets for next year's draft if you don't like a quarterback in this one, so it gives you the ability to trade up. I just don't know if we're going to be able to do it.
Yeah, it makes April probably the most interesting draft year we've had since 2004.
Yes, I'd agree with that. Obviously, 2004 was the Eli year, yeah. Well, last year was pretty interesting, obviously, with the number 2 pick in a draft with all those quarterbacks and Saquon Barkley.
I don't know, but last year I felt like we were guaranteed Saquon Barkley. Gettleman was a Saquon Barkley guy.
I was not. I was leaning that they were going to take Barkley, but I didn't think it was a lock. I just think it's going to be a very fun year to watch the draft. I have a feeling I just hope we do something smart with the pick and we don't reach for anybody like we did with the past, reaching for an Eli Apple, reaching for an Eric Flowers, because the player we wanted got picked up before us. Justin
Pugh. I just
Pugh.
don't want to see us reach.
Justin Pugh's another one. No, you're right. I'm with you, man. You can't reach in the draft, and hopefully the Giants don't this year. And I will say this is a very exciting draft in the sense that we have 2 pretty high picks this year. We got the number 6 and 17. So I guess that makes it fun. I mean, I'm trying to remember the last time we had 2 picks that high in the draft. 2 top 17 picks. It's been a while.
Never?
Yeah, it's been a while. A long time. I don't remember off the top of my head. So, yeah, that's a good point. So, we'll see, man. I'm looking forward to it. And it's my first draft on YouTube, so that should be a lot of fun for me.
I know. That's a busy night, that draft. Same night the Avengers comes out.
Oh, I didn't even know that. The Avengers comes out the night of the draft?
Yeah, it's their first showing in game. It starts at 7 o'clock that night.
Oh, I can't wait to see that. The second one was great.
Yeah, so
or third one.
I got a big question. Ideally, I hear some of the YouTubers saying, "Oh, go OD for I really, with that 17th pick, if we go early for a good defensive player, I really want to get a right tackle and just finally make that O-line almost unbeatable again. So Saquon doesn't get hit in our own backfield. What are your opinions of that?
So I just want to get that super chat real quick. Josh, thank you so much for the super chat. He says trade for Rosen and gets Whited. That would be ideal if they could do that, Josh. You get 2 studs on defense and you get Rosen. That would be a slam dunk. So you asked, what do I think about taking a right tackle at 17?
Yeah.
I'm completely for that. I think that, like I said, I think it's either going to be a tackle, a corner, or a pass rusher at 17. Now, if they go pass rusher at 6, then it's either going to be a corner, in my opinion, a corner or a what did I say? Pass rusher, corner, or an offensive lineman. So if a Jawan Taylor's there at 17 or Jonah Williams, someone like that, yeah, I could see them going offensive line there.
Thank you so much, sir. I wish you good luck this year with the baseball season with the New York Mets. And please, Knicks, I want you to be good. I want a good rivalry between the Nets and the Knicks. Don't side Kyrie and ruin your organization.
I think you're going to get it. I think Kevin Durant's going to be a Knick.
I want him to be a Knick. I just don't want Kyrie to go to the Knicks. I think he's the worst thing for basketball team.
Yeah, let me, I'm going to let you go, man, because I just got a super chat. But thank you so much for the call, buddy.
Have a good night.
You too, man. Thank you so much. All right, 1 second. I just want to get the super chat. One Giant Rebuttal says, what are your plans for the draft? Because I would like to join you for it, if possible, if you're interested. One Giant Rebuttal, first off, I just want to say thank you so much for the super chat. Now, One Giant Rebuttal, my plan, the problem is, when I have more than one person on, it really, my stream buffers as is when I have 2. When I have 3 people on, it really buffers. But what I can do is the week of the draft, I could have different YouTubers on to talk about it, and I would definitely have you on for that, and maybe I would have you on for day 3 of the draft. I'm probably going to be working, but we could even do a draft recap show, something like that. But the night of the draft, it's going to slow down the stream too much if I have more than 2 people on. Otherwise, I would love to have you on. What's going on, Nations? How you doing, buddy? What's going on? You're on live. Thank you for calling in. Who is this?
Yeah, Tisby. Messaged you a few times. I'm new. I picked you up about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. What, you said Sydney?
How are you? Yeah, Tisby, yeah. Big Giants fan. They actually call me GF in Southern Brooklyn.
What's going on, man?
All right, yeah. Good stuff. You and Bad Dog. I enjoy watching your YouTubes and, talking Giants. What I want to say is that, it seems like the entire nation wants to trash Gettleman. And I think we'll be looking 2 years from now, and a lot of people will be owing a big apology. That's how I feel.
I tend to agree with you, man. I knew the media was going to jump down the throat because that's what they want to do. But in the end, the Giants are getting back to what wins football games, and I have faith in Gettleman. I like what he did with that trade. I think he got as much as he could, or close to as much as he could, and I think the Giants are going to be sitting pretty in a couple of years. I think it was a great trade.
I'd say so. We're looking at it from a Giants point of view. Of course, other fans want to trash them. Okay, but you want to know something? He's been here a few years, and it became a circus act, and the Giants sort of taken away from what the Giants' history is all about. And I think we're going to be going back to it. Gettleman has done this type of stuff before. We have 12 draft picks. We have, $100 million spending money next offseason. And it's not going to be very long before the Giants are back to physical, tough football. Well, sometimes you don't have to have great stars. You just have to grind it out and be a physical team. You get these feisty, physical playing kids who are out to prove something, and that's how you win football.
I couldn't agree with you more. And people are going to call me crazy for this, and I'm not going to say as an individual player, But Zeitler, you can argue, means more to this team than Beckham does. I mean, fortifying that offensive line. If we can get a top 5 or 10 offensive line and Zeitler's a part of it and whoever they draft, that to me is what wins football games, not diva wide receivers. Give me an offensive line that could make a push up front, and we haven't had that for years.
I'll tell you also, we have an offensive line now. That's the funny thing. We haven't had one in about 5-6 years. But the thing is, with this draft, I'm a little torn between maybe trying to move up and get that big Murray, because I think Murray's special. And if you put Murray in a backfield with Barkley, this offense, you don't need to have an Odell Beckham. It will be a great offense. But on the other hand,
that would be fun.
I'm a defensive guy, and I would like to draft defensive players also. I love Delvin White. You know, I wouldn't mind Montez Sweat. We need a couple of these guys also. So I don't know. I'm kind of torn.
Yeah, and that's the problem with trading up. If you do that, you're going to get none of those guys because you're going to have to give up the 6th and the 17th and probably like a future second to move from 6 to 1, we'll just say hypothetically. And that's why I don't want to trade up. And I get what you're saying. I mean, having Murray, as the process has gone along, I've fallen more and more in love with Murray. But having Murray and Barkley in that backfield would be dynamic. But I just don't want to trade up. I think we have way too many holes. I think we have way too many holes.
I agree with you. Maybe I think that the Giants, if they're going back to being the old Giants, they can really get three defensive studs here. They can really fill the defense up here. And I guess we go one more year before we look for a quarterback, or unless they like Rosen. You know?
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they do, man. And I just want to say, Philly 500 just popped in the chat. One of my favorite guys on YouTube. If you haven't done so, please go check him out. And he came in with the famous Entertainer song. Thank you for popping in, Philly. But yeah, I mean, that's what it looks like. If they're not going to if they don't take a quarterback in the first round, I don't want them taking one. I mean, if you want to take one in like the 5th, because we have so many picks, go ahead. But I don't want them wasting a 2nd or 3rd round pick. If you're not sold on them, don't take a quarterback.
Yeah, I agree. Don't reach. I don't want Jones, and with Haskins, that's good. I don't know Haskins. We might be after working on him a few years. I honestly don't see Haskins as a Giants type of quarterback. I'll be honest.
Yeah, no. I mean, a lot of people are saying that, and I got to look up when his pro day is, because obviously we heard this rumor come out that they're not interested in him. But we'll see.
I wouldn't believe that. I wouldn't believe that either.
I don't believe
it. A lot of smoke and mirrors. Right?
A lot of smoke and mirrors. We'll see. When the pro day comes up, that's when we'll get a better indicator if the Giants are there, if they have quotes and all this. But I still believe, I'm not saying they're going to take him, but I definitely believe that he's not out of the equation yet.
All right. I'll be listening to you. I'll pop in now and then.
All right, buddy. Thank you so much for the call. I really do appreciate it.
All
right. Have a good one. All right. What's going on? You're on live. Thank you for calling in.
Yo, this is Guillermo, man.
Guillermo, what's up, buddy?
Yo, what's good, man? I still feel the pain in your voice over the Odell Beckham trade, man. Even though you seem to be coming over it.
I'm coming. I just want to get that super chat real quick. Why trade Odell? I'm done, dude. Hi, by the way, you're the best. I really appreciate that play, Dead 76. You should not be done. But thank you for the super chat, and me and Guillermo are going to talk about it right now. But you should not be done that Odell is off the team, and I really appreciate the super chat. But yeah, Guillermo, I'm over it. I think it's better for the greater whole to move on and really build things that matter on this football team.
Again, people are underestimating Odell's personality. So you got him. You got Jarvis Landry, Baker Mayfield. You got all those guys. You have to see how they gel first and foremost. Plus, you're bringing in Freddie Kitchens over, I think, a bigger personality in Greg Williams, who probably could have handled those guys a little bit better. You got to take those things into account. Now, the only thing I'll get on Gettleman, I think he might be going senile. I didn't mind the Odell Beckham trade. No, I'm not a Giants fan.
Right.
But you went after freaking
Golden Tate.
The guy, Golden Tate from the Eagles. Good slot receiver, but for that money, $27 million, right? Or guaranteed?
23. I think it was either 22 or 23 guaranteed. 37 overall, 4 years. Now I don't have a problem with the $9 million a year. Where my problem was 4 years for a receiver who's going to be 35. But then I thought about it, and I said to myself, okay, he's 31. I think you can keep him for 3, and then you cut him. I don't think a dead cap on a guy that's making $9 million might be $2 million. which is nothing. So that's probably what they'll do. They'll probably cut him after 3 years. But I wasn't in love with the signing, but it is what it is. I don't think it's a move that's going to, like, cripple the team going forward, but it probably wasn't the best way to use $9 million a year. I'll agree with you on that.
I got a bigger question for you, though. If you guys say you guys don't move up, first of all, I think you guys do want Haskins. I think it's the whole smoke screen of, oh, yeah, we don't want Haskins. He's such a bad, we're not really, yeah, shut up. You probably want Haskins. You probably just hope that the Raiders or I doubt the Cardinals, but you just hope that the Raiders and no one else trades it with the Jets to get that pick to pick him. But I have a question for you. If you guys don't get Haskins, if you guys don't trade for Kyler Murray, which I think would be stupid, I think you guys go after Devin White with that first pick or Jonah Williams. If you guys don't get a quarterback this year, right? Mm-hmm. And you don't get Tua the next year, and you don't want to keep holding on for Lawrence, right?
Right.
You guys fire Gettleman?
It's a great question. Oh man, I
think about this. Barkley's going to be what? Barkley has a 4-year deal, right? As a rookie, right? He has
it's either
4
4 or 5. I don't remember, but
I think it's 4 with a team option at the end. If someone could correct me, I'm probably getting this wrong. So you're going to have him. You're wasting away his talent, plus all the guys in the O-line. You guys brought in Zeitler, Nate Soda, who's not that good, but I mean you're paying him some money. So you have an aging. I don't want to say aging, but you have some aging talent. Guys with talent have been aging.
Right.
And then you guys don't have a quarterback.
No, I agree. That's why I've been so pro. And I'm not. I don't even think Haskins is this unbelievable quarterback. I think he's a good quarterback. But that's why I've been for taking Haskins this year, because the other way I look at this, Guillermo, is if you can take a quarterback this year, say they get Haskins or say they get Murray, whoever, pick your choice. If you get a quarterback in this year's draft, next year's draft, let's say the Giants finish in the top 5, like they have one of the worst, they finish with the 4th pick, and it's a rich quarterback draft. Obviously, you're gonna have Fromm at the top. You're gonna have obviously Tua. You're gonna have Herbert. So there's some big names. The Giants, if they don't need a quarterback, that pick is so valuable. You could get so many picks for it for somebody trying to trade up for a quarterback, or you're going to get a slam dunk player there. You might get the best possible player in the draft if the 3 teams ahead of you need a quarterback. So it's so valuable, I think, next year if you already have your quarterback in hand.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm here. You hear me?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you cut off. Yeah, I think the guy you guys should get is Rosen, but Rosen is basically going to be like Haskins without the personality thing, because they both can't operate, without a good pocket. And once they get out of it, Rosen throws a little bit better on the run, I think, than Haskins. But yeah, I think this is pretty important because the Odell thing is going to get the New York media speaking, even though I think it's the right thing to do. And then the Barkley pick, right? You guys didn't pick a quarterback, blasey, but you're wasting away a guy like Barkley without any replacement for Eli, because people are seeing the writing on the wall. Eli is just, he's done. Even though I think you guys are tanking, which is, I think, smart. So, shout out to you. That's all I have for the evening, man. Of course, that Mets jersey is beautiful, man. I think we have something this year. Even though I'm scared about Mats, man. This guy, he's just not getting it. I don't know, man.
Mats, I've never been a Mats guy. I will say Mats was pretty good last year, but the problem with Mats, you can't look at the ERA. With Mats, the guy never goes deep in the games. It's rare that he pitches more than 5 innings. He kills your bullpen.
Dude, he always has. I've watched a bunch of Mats games, and oddly enough, he was on a bunch of ESPN games last year, too, so he was, in prime time for them.
Right.
He would literally have 4 good innings, right? And then he'd have 1 inning where he just implodes.
Right.
I remember there was one game on ESPN, I can't remember who it was, but we were out of the running, whatever. And he literally, 4 innings go past, he's doing well, it's beautiful. 5th inning, he gives up 7 runs. And it's like, where the hell is this coming from? So, I don't know what it is. Will had a resurgence here. He's looking like a way different pitcher, but I don't know, man. We might have to look for a replacement. But yeah, I'm going to let you get to the calls, man. It's great talking to you, man.
Always love talking to you, Guillermo. Always love talking to you, Guillermo.
Man.
Thank you for the call, buddy. Have a good one.
Of course, man. Of course.
All right. Next call. You're on live. Thank you for calling in.
Hey, what's up, man? It's Lucas DeGiacomo.
Lucas, what's up, my man?
What's up, buddy?
What's going on?
So I think that the Odell trade was very smart. I
agree.
think that was possibly the best move that we possibly could have ever made. If you think about it, the year that Tom Coughlin left under McAdoo, we went 11-5 through Reese and what Coughlin had left.
Well, the reason we won 11-5 that year was because we went on a spending spree and our defense was great.
Yeah, due to what was left over from Coughlin and everybody else.
Right.
So what I'm thinking is next year the Giants at $100+ million in cap space draft a quarterback in free agency. Why do we need to?
Well, I don't know. I haven't even looked at the list. Do you even know of the quarterbacks available in free agency next year that are like of reasonable age?
Not a clue, but I wanted Russell Wilson this year really bad.
See, I'm always hesitant about free agency because when you like really look at it, like it is very, very rare that a high profile quarterback, any quarterback is successful from free agency. It does happen, but it's rare. I think Alex Smith was successful. Obviously Peyton Manning, but he's Peyton Manning. But most,
Kurt Warner played for the Giants.
Kurt Warner was. I don't really count him the first time with the Rams because he wasn't really in the league. I don't really count that as a free agent. But he of course went to the Cardinals and he was successful there. Kurt Warner was good with Arizona as a free agent. There are some, but for every one you give me, I give you 5 that were busts. And I'm always hesitant with the free agent quarterbacks.
Yeah, it's kind of tough this season. There's so many switch ups this season. Like the off season's ridiculous already. I've never seen an off season like this for the Giants.
I mean, I'm a Knicks, Met, and Giant fan, and within 3 months, the Knicks traded away Porzingis, something I would never think I would see, and then the Giants traded away Beckham within like a 2 or 3 month stretch. It's crazy what's going on right now in New York sports.
Yeah, it's definitely a couple of big deals, but hey, the Knicks have 2 max contract deals. Kevin Durant. And whoever else they want, they can pick up, man. Kyrie, I can see it. Zion in the lottery, that'd be pretty sick.
Kendra, what's going on? Thank you for tuning in. And John Stone, what's up? But yeah, if they could get Durant and another big piece and Zion in the draft or whoever, Morant, the Knicks are going to be very fun to watch next year. Let's put it that way.
Playoffs, yeah, playoff bound.
Yeah.
As far as the draft, man, I think that we should go linebacker and corner.
So you thinking Devin White?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think we're going Devin White and then Greedy. My boy Greedy, man.
LSU. The only thing that.
Oh yeah.
And I've seen a couple of highlights from Greedy. I've seen a little bit of game film, but not much. But
he's a freak.
But the scouting report I read on Greedy, whatever, they're different players, but it reminds me of the same scouting report of Eli Apple. He is tall, he's fast, 6'2", 185, and they both, coming into the league, were not known for their tackling. So I'm just a little hesitant on Greedy, but I know everybody loves him.
I mean, as far as what I've seen, as far as like highlights with Greedy, dude, he's got a sixth sense.
That's what they say too. They said he's very good at anticipating. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I read.
He's got a sixth sense, man. He's going nuts, man. Whatever team he goes to, hopefully the Giants, he's going to be nasty.
If he's there at 17, that would be a good pick. That would be a good pick. And yes, Greedy had a great 40-yard dash time. Great 40-yard dash time. What did he run? What did he run like too. What did he run again at the? I know he blew. It was like 4.3 something, right?
Yeah, I believe so. 4.3 or 4.4 second attempt. I don't know, but what I also think is in the second round, we have 37 in the second round.
38, I think.
38. Okay,
yeah.
So we pretty much have another first round pick, a late first round pick.
Right.
So think about it, man. We can draft a D end. Still a very high-class D end in the second round. A wide receiver, if needed.
Well, you could also go. I was going to say, you go tackle. There's going to be good tackles there.
Yeah.
Whether it's
tackle.
There's going to be a lot there that they could potentially take. That's going to be a good value spot.
Look at Will Hernandez.
Yeah.
Look at Will Hernandez.
Yeah. There's plenty. I mean, Dalton Risner might be there, and everybody loves him. He might be there in the second round. I would love it if they got him.
Yeah, me too. Nate Solder was a big move for us last year.
Well, he played a lot better in the second half. First half he wasn't that good, but it takes time for I don't care how good of an offensive lineman you are. It takes time to get adjusted to a new environment with new players, especially when you're an offensive lineman. So, I expect the left side. I expect the left side to be much better this year.
See, the whole thing with me is, Saquon Barkley is so versatile. The man is a freak, and I honestly think that was the best option for us last year. This year, I think defense is our best option because Kyler. I don't like Kyler. I don't like Haskins.
Right.
I don't like either of them.
So you're completely a pass on the quarterback this draft.
Yeah, I wish we would just admit it already and say we're not going quarterback. I really wish we would not go.
That would be foolish to do though, because if they ever that ruins all your trade value if you plan on having the ability to possibly trade down. So I agree that they shouldn't do that, but I get what you're saying. You don't want them to take a quarterback.
Yeah. I was saying more along the lines like I wish they would just let me know personally, just so I'm happy we can go defense in the draft for once. I mean, dude, Devin White is the real deal. That guy is a hybrid. He plays coverage. Bro, he's a beast.
That guy's an animal. And I just want to say thank you to Dire Giants fan. Also, I saw Lucas in the chat from the Waterboy Report. If you haven't checked him out, please do so. I love that guy. But no, I mean, he can, his side-to-side quickness, and he came in as a running back. He's a fantastic athlete, Devin White. The only now the same thing that they say about Greedy Williams, they say about him. His tackling. Sometimes he tries to tackle too high. A lot of that's what he needs to work on. But in terms of an athlete, I love Devin White's upside. Love it.
You're working with James Betcher, you know?
Yeah, good point.
That guy turns no names into crazies.
Yeah, good point, man.
We'll see.
I'm gonna let you go because I got a bunch of people trying to call in, but I just want to say thank you for the call, my man.
Yeah, man, of course.
All right, buddy.
Yeah.
Have a good one. All right. Next call. You're on live. Thank you for calling in.
This is John Latorno. What's up, entertainer?
John, my man. How you doing, buddy? Big Phillies fan, big Eagles fan. He's got Philly 500 in the chat. What's up, buddy?
Yeah, Philly 500, man. I want all the Giant fans to sit down. No, man, I don't know what Gettleman's doing. I understand the Odell thing, but if you're still keeping Eli, what's the point of getting rid of Odell? You know what I'm saying? That's the way I'm looking at it right now. And plus, also, at the same time, if users still have holes to fill, you're going to waste Saquon. You're still going to make Saquon Barkley have to work as hard to try. It's possible to shorten his career the way this things can shape out for you guys. What happens if he gets hurt this year or whatever like that, and you don't have a quarterback, you don't have really nobody that can stretch the field? What do you think about that, entertainer?
Well, a lot of people have said that. They've said that now they're going to be able to put 9 in the box, and but the way I look at it is, it's not like the Giants are without weapons. I mean, Evan Ingram is still a very athletic tight end. He can get open. Sterling Shepard's a very good wide receiver when he catches the ball, and obviously Golden Tate's a good wide receiver. So and Barkley can catch out of the backfield. Odell Beckham, to me, as great as he is, he's replaceable. He is. Wide receivers are replaceable in this league.
That's right, but what I'm saying is, my point is, if you're going to get rid of him, what about Eli Manning? Not getting rid of him.
Well, Eli Manning, I would draft a quarterback this year. I've been saying. I mean, I'm not going to scream at the top of my lungs if they don't take one and they wait for a year, but I would take a quarterback this year. I think this is the year to do it. But I'm not, like I said, if they wait another year, I can't get that mad at them. I understand there's better quarterback class next year, but I would take one if he was there, but it doesn't sound like they're going to.
Well, if the Giants do this, hopefully I hope they do this year, the Eagles can get back to a Super Bowl. That's what I want. Yo, man, I love your stream, man. And where's your Johnny at tonight? You don't have no Johnny tonight? What's up, man?
I didn't hear what you said. What'd you say?
I said, you don't have no Johnny tonight? No Johnny Walker?
No, tonight I took a night off. I'm going sober tonight. I'm going sober.
I guess on Friday nights with Bad Dog, man, you get trashed, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I love the stream, brother. And I'll be having my channel up within a week or so before the Phillies start, brother. So we'll be ready to go for baseball.
Whenever you start, man, let me know. Definitely come on the channel. We'll talk some baseball.
All right, man. Have a good night.
All right, buddy. Have a good one.
All right.
All right. Next call. You're on live. Thank you for calling in.
Hey, man. It's James. I'm here calling in.
James, what's up, buddy? How you doing?
I'm doing, not good.
James is not doing good. I hope we can get him feeling better. What's up?
So I'm just thinking, do you think Russell Westbrook pads his stats? Because I think it's a bit suspicious that Steven Adams has 2 rebounds and Russell has 7. You know, it's just a bit suspicious.
Do I think that Russell Westbrook passed? I mean, he's always been a really good rebounder. Philly, do me a favor, Philly. I would love to talk to Philly anytime I get a chance. Type in the first 3 digits of your area code, and I will make sure to get your phone call, Philly. Yeah, I mean, Westbrook's always been a great rebounder. Probably the best rebounding guard in basketball.
I mean, but most of the time when you watch tape, you just see Steven Adams just leaves the ball and lets Russell get the rebound. I mean, it's only very few times that he goes up and tries to fight for a rebound.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I think you're reading into that a little too much. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you're right. Maybe he does pad the stats. All right, Philly. I saw the area code there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and I have one more question.
Go
they
ahead.
go all out for the celebrations for the big teams because I watched the ACC championship game.
Duke.
And they had confetti and everything. And then when you watch the Big Ten championship game, the final buzzer went off, and then they just dapped up hands and went back to the locker room.
Yeah.
So
I didn't even think about that. I didn't get a chance to watch the games today because I was working. Yeah. Did Duke win?
Yeah, Duke won.
Yeah. So they'll probably they're gonna get a 1 seed.
Yes.
Yeah, they'll get a 1 seed. I'm gonna be doing the selection show tomorrow. I'm looking forward to it.
I have a if you're not working, I mean it's at 1:00. Can you do the SEC championship game?
Huh? Maybe I will. We'll see. I'm gonna be working on my mock draft, so I want to have that up by tomorrow. So if I have time, maybe I will. I don't want to guarantee I can though.
Oh, okay. Okay.
All right, because tomorrow's my day. I could really work on that video. The video takes a while.
Yeah. Okay. I understand.
All right, buddy. Thank you so much but I am doing a lot of March Madness. Thursday the opening 2 games days. I'm doing them all day, so I'll be on live for all those games.
Okay. Gotcha.
All right, buddy. Thank you so much for for calling in, buddy.
You're welcome.
All right, and I am gonna wait. I don't like doing this very, very often. I'm gonna wait. There he is. I gotta do it for Philly. What is going on, Philly 500? What's up, my man?
The entertainer knows that dolphin love is taboo. The entertainer knows that his hammer makes it true. What's up, my man?
I love this guy.
I forgot to say.
I love this guy.
Giants always stink. And forever, this will be the case now. What's up, my man? It's been a busy week for us, huh?
Oh, my God. I haven't had a chance to breathe. I've been wanting to watch all your videos. See what you've been putting out a ton. I haven't been a chance to go over there and look. I haven't been getting a chance to look at Bad Dogs videos. I've just been pumping out like 6 videos a day.
It's been crazy, man. It's been really crazy.
Yeah, it's a busy time, but this is the time you got to pump it out, man. Free agency only comes around once a year. But, I'm looking forward to the stream we're going to be doing in a couple of weeks.
I can't wait. What are you doing for the draft? Well, we'll talk about that later because I'm curious what you all are planning because I'm sure we're all streaming for the draft.
Yes, I was gonna do it with Bad Dog, but if you want to work something out, I would absolutely do something. If we could figure something out. The problem with me when I stream it, it slows down my stream speed when I have more than one other person on there.
Right.
But if Sports Fury or something could figure something out, and they have a huge channel, so that's up to them. But that would be cool to do all of us in one room. That would be incredible.
Yeah. All right. We'll talk about it. I'll talk to Josh and stuff like that. We'll see what they want to do.
Yeah, I've been meaning to text you, by the way. I've just been so busy. I meant to text you about what we talked about with Josh. But we'll talk about that off the air.
Yeah. It's been a busy week for like everybody that covers football on their teams because every team has been pretty active. And your team, I'm calling you to talk about the Giants.
There's a lot to talk about.
There's a lot to talk about, but I want to give you another perspective.
Okay.
I'm going to give you the Eagles' perspective.
Okay.
Not in terms of like ha, we don't have to play Odell Beckham anymore because I already got that out of my system. I was very happy that Beckham is not in the NFC East. But one thing that I've learned being an Eagle fan and suffering is that talent is hard to replace. That real talent, you think, oh, I can replace this guy. I saw it with T.O. The Eagles let him go. Oh, we'll replace him. Never happens. Deshaun Jackson, Shady McCoy. I've seen all these guys go, and they say, people say, they come up with all these reasons. You can get rid of this guy. Odell Beckham is a Hall of Fame player. He's a Hall of Fame type talent. Now, I don't think that you guys are wrong for trading him. I think you should have got more.
Yeah.
But
I'm going to explain, and I'm going to let you finish, and then I'm going to explain what I mean by when I say replace him. But go ahead.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is once you got rid of him, I'm like, I understand you're getting ready. You want to get a quarterback, right? Then the reports say that you guys are no interest in Haskins. So it's like they want a quarterback the following year. But then when you go out and you sign Golden Tate, it's like, no, the Giants don't want to rebuild. They want to be competitive. Wait a second. The Giants are doing what my Flyers have done. Try to compete and rebuild at the same time. That is so hard to do, and it can make your life a living hell. And what happens is, by the time this makes your rebuild 3, 4, 5 years longer than it should be, you've wasted Barkley's good years as rookie contract. You gotta embrace the tank. Don't sign Golden Tate. You don't need 1 or 2 extra wins. You need to get the top pick in the draft. And I think that playing both sides of the fence, because that's what I think that Gettleman's doing, I think it's a mistake.
Well, I'll say this, and I completely get what you're saying there. We don't know what Gettleman plans on doing in this draft. He may look at it like, I want to get Tate, and we're going to take Haskins. This could be smoke screens. He might be like, I need to get him an experienced wide receiver to help him out. So we don't know. But when I said that I was going to replace, I think they could replace Beckham, I don't mean that they could replace him at the wide receiver position. By replacing Beckham, what I kind of mean is that they can almost just have a completely different offensive mindset, where if they can improve that offensive line, they can become what your Eagles were a couple of years ago, a grinded-out football team, a team that pounds the clock, wins the time of possession. You have receivers that are good catchers. They're not like a Golden Tate, but they're not explosive players, but you're a grinded-out football team, and you win the time of possession. And I think that's what the Giants are trying to morph into. So you're never going to be able to replace Beckham's explosiveness. That's just a fact. But they may be able to kind of change their type of offense that they run. And I think you get what I'm trying to say.
No, I do. It's just I just think that if you're going to just you want do they want let's say they get Rosen, right? Let's say they trade for Rosen, or they do take Haskins and quarterback. Then that kind of changes my opinion and my feeling. So this is being said based upon we don't know. But if they really skip on Haskins and like don't go quarterback and they go with Eli with no young quarterback, then you guys made a big mistake, because I'm telling you, Golden Tate is a good player, and he may catch that ball late in the fourth quarter that gives you that extra win, or that 2 extra wins that take you out of the chance of getting like a Tua in the draft. So I hope for the Giants' sake that you do take a quarterback this year, or that you do trade for Rosen, because if you don't, I think you guys it could be a dragged out long
rebuild. Process. Yeah. The more I think about it, the more I think Rosen makes a lot of sense. And I don't even love Rosen, but if you could get him for a second-round pick and still have the ability to take defense at 6 and 17, I think that's the way to go. But
would you trade your 17th for Rosen?
See, that's the question. That's the question that needs to be answered. I would think. I think I would. But I would play hardball and try everything I could not to. Because the Cardinals have put themselves in a spot now where they almost have to trade Rosen. So they don't have any leverage. It's basically, if they're drafting Kyler Murray, which we don't know if they are yet, but if they are, and the Giants have the leverage here. I mean, obviously the Dolphins could jump in now. We suspect they probably will. But if the Dolphins are giving up 13, we're not getting them anyway.
Yeah.
Because I'm not giving up 6.
And do you think and Eli's perfectly content to just play on a team that is not a Super Bowl
See,
team.
I don't understand that from you. I mean, the only thing that I could make any sense of, other than the fact that he's coming back for money, but at this point, he's made more money than anybody. I don't know if that's he might legitimately be in his heart feel like they can win. I'm not saying that's a smart idea on his part, but he's gonna take a lot of grief this year if the Giants are bad, and he came back and didn't take a pay cut. The fan base is gonna be all over him, and I feel bad for him.
Yeah, I mean, look, if you get an Eli playing like 5 years ago, then yeah, you could be competitive. But at this point, I just think, man, once that Beckham trade goes down, in my opinion, that's like, I'm like, man, I would have wanted more, but I know what the Giants are doing. They're saying we're not going to be competitive for a couple years, and by the time that comes and that happens, Odell Beckham is going to be 30 years old, and you can't really build with that. So let's move him now and get something. I'm like, I could buy that. But then when they sign Golden Tate, it's like, now you're trying to compete or you're trying to lose.
I think it was as much for that reason but I also think even more, at least equally the reason was to clean up the locker room. I think the Giants are making a concern. You look at the guys they're bringing in. They're bringing in a Bethea, a veteran guy who's supposed to be a good leader. They're bringing in Golden Tate, who's supposed to be a good locker room guy. I really think they're trying to bring in veterans who are supposed to be good guys in the locker room, and they're trying to change the culture on that team.
Right.
I think it's
that
much of a... Them getting Beckham's antics in the locker room, I think, had a lot to do with it, too.
Yeah, no, you're probably right. And you know, look, I like Golden Tate. I'm not one of those Eagle fans like, he sucks. Why are you... Like, I laughed at you guys get him because it was more like, I don't know what the Giants are doing. Are they trying to win or are they trying to lose? But, I mean, Golden Tate is a good player. And the reason I wanted him for my team and the reason I'm happy like we got Deshaun is because I think we can win. We are not that far from winning. But I see the Giants as, you got to rebuild this whole thing up. And the best way to do it is just burn it down, dude. Get it over with as quick as possible. Because look at my Sixers, right? They just tanked and they did it, and now they're good. And look at my Flyers. My Flyers, they're always the same. They're trying to play two sides of the fence. It just doesn't work. That's my
I get that. A lot of fans think that. I think the Giants, I'm not saying they make the playoffs, but I think they could be better than people think this year. But we'll see. We will see.
Yeah.
We will see.
But what would that do? Like, even if you were a playoff team, right? You come out, you go into the next year's draft, and let's say you don't take Haskins, you don't have another quarterback. Now, where are you going to get a quarterback? At some point, you still got to go out.
No, you're
and
right.
Get a quarterback.
You're right. Yeah, they're going to have to. They'd have to trade up, or they'd have to wait another year. I mean, at some point, they're going to have to do it, which is why I am a proponent of getting one this year. Get rid of the pressure, so we don't got to worry about it for the next 5 years. Get the quarterback out of the way.
I agree.
I would.
Yeah.
I would either trade for Rosen or take Haskins or Murray. That's what I would do. Or if you want Daniel Jones around too, fine. But I would take a quarterback in this year's draft to have that guy that you know and you feel confident is going to replace Eli either halfway this year or the following season.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think if they get a quarterback this year or they trade for Rosen, I got a feeling, dude. I got a feeling they're going to trade for Rosen. I just got this feeling like. Because then it makes sense that you have Golden Tate and you do some of the things. That would make a lot more sense.
Let's say we give up the 17th pick. It would almost be like we traded Beckham for Rosen, a third-round pick, and a young safety. And that trade doesn't sound so bad. So
no, it doesn't because he's supposed to be your franchise quarterback. Then it makes some sense.
Yeah.
But, but if you guys come out of this draft with, like, no real young franchise quarterback, then you should try to have the worst record and tank and then get the quarterback that you want and get it over with. Because dude, look at Buffalo. You don't want to ever be in a situation like Buffalo or even Minnesota where you have this Hall of Fame type running back, which I think Barkley is that talented.
Oh, he is, yeah.
And you're never winning enough games, or you're never losing enough games to get the good enough pick to get a quarterback. You're in this like middle ground mediocrity hell. Minnesota used to have that problem because Peterson would win them 5, 6, 7 games by himself.
Right. Right. Philly, all I can do as a Giants fan is hope and pray. I know they have a plan. I just hope it's a good one.
Yeah.
And
we just have to wait and see how. I mean, I'm like, oh boy, like I feel bad for you guys. because
see,
we've
man.
gone through this.
I'm going through it optimistically right now, to be honest with you. I like the direction of the team, but I completely get what you're saying about the quarterback. And
Well, yeah, and we have to wait and see because like I said, I kind of have. If I had to guess, I think they're going to trade for Luke. Like I have a feeling they're going to have
that to me, if they get a quarterback this year, it takes a big load off. And I know that a lot of Giants fans want defense, and they should. The defense sucks, but it's just having that flexibility going. It's just about having that flexibility going forward. You don't got to worry about quarterback.
Yeah, it would change my perspective if they did that. Yeah. You know, I don't know how good Rosen's going to be, but at least if they say, okay, you know what, we like Rosen enough that we think he's a franchise quarterback, then believe in him and go with him. You know, Arizona, I mean, it can't be good in Arizona right now. If you're him and you're hearing these things, you're going to trade you, they don't believe you, you probably want to get the hell out of there.
Well, yeah. But, Philly, I'm going to let you go because I've had like 3 guys trying to call in, but I just want to say...
My bad.
No. I always let YouTubers talk for a long time because I don't get to talk to you guys enough. I just want to say thank you so much for calling in, Philly. You're the best, man. Looking forward to seeing you in a couple weeks, and I'm sure we'll talk soon.
Yeah, man. Thank you, and you got the great channel, best channel. Keep it up, man. I'll be listening.
I appreciate it, Philly. Thank you so much for the call.
Okay. Bye.
All right.
Bye.
Philly is the man. Philly is the man. All right. What's going on? You're on Live with the Entertainer. Thank you for calling in.
The movie critic is in the house.
The movie critic. What's going on, my man? How you doing, buddy?
I'm good. I had a long stream today. It was pretty good, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I didn't get to see it because I was at work. I popped in, I think, for a brief second, but I didn't get to hang out.
Yeah, I know you were at work, so I appreciate you stopping by, even for a little. But, yeah, so do you think that this is just a smokescreen by the Giants, though?
I don't know. The Giants are very tough to predict because obviously last year we didn't know what they were going to do. They were saying Barkley, and they did Barkley. But this year they're saying, oh, there's no way we'll trade Beckham. But we know why they did that. They didn't want to hurt his trade value, and then they go out and they trade him. So the Giants are tough to read. They really are. And the Giants didn't say this also. Let's be clear about that. The Giants did not say this. This is an ESPN reporter who talked to, and she didn't even say names. She talked to people within the Giants organization. So for all we know, it could be like an assistant scout.
Right.
But she said that she got the impression from talking to these people that they will not take Dwayne Haskins.
Do you think Eli Manning gets cut this year?
No, because he got his $5 million. He got his $5 million today. He got a $5 million, whatever it's called, the signing bonus.
But I heard they could still save some. I heard they could still save some money if they do it like in June or something. I don't know.
I think if they were going to do it, they would have done it before today.
Yeah. Do you think the Giants end up with Rosen, or do you see another team trading for him?
Do I think the Giants... I think it's right now the most realistic partners are the Giants, the Dolphins. Those are the 2 favorites in my opinion. The Patriots are Patriots possibly. They could be looking to replace Brady.
What about the Redskins? I mean, I know they got Case Keenum, but that's not a problem.
Yeah, the Redskins could make sense as well. Yeah, there's a couple of suitors. I don't know. I think the Giants are in the running if they want him. It's just a matter of what are they willing to give up.
Yeah.
You know?
And do you think anybody signs Blake Bortles?
Yes, as a backup, not as a starter.
Which team do you see doing that? I'm just curious on your take about that.
Come on, I'd have to think about that.
It's pretty, it's like, where would he go?
Somebody's going to sign him. I can't give you a team off the top of my head, but somebody that needs a backup quarterback will sign him.
Definitely, I agree with you. I was very upset that Teddy Bridgewater didn't go to Miami. I feel like that was a good spot for him to go.
He would have gotten an opportunity. Oh, Miami makes sense, actually. Miami makes sense for Bortles. They're saying that. Miami makes sense for Bortles.
Yeah, I just don't know if he's an improvement over Tannehill. I don't know. I know Tannehill's gone, but I'm just saying when he was there.
Somebody just said.
What did you think?
Ace just said, didn't he just get signed? If he did, I
He
didn't.
got signed?
He's saying, didn't he? Maybe I don't know if that's a question. But I didn't.
I didn't hear anything.
I'll look that up though while you're talking.
Yeah. If he got signed, then that's great. But yeah. What? I heard that Johnny Manziel also he joined the AAF. Did you hear about that?
No, I did not hear that. What did that come out today?
yeah, it came out today, the news. He's going to play for the San Antonio Commanders or something like that. Oh, they have, like, the first dibs.
Wow, you would have thought he would have done that before the season started. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm reading the Bortles news now. They said he's visiting the Rams next week.
Okay, so it's a backup.
So yeah, he's not getting he's not getting a starter's job anywhere.
But well, you never know what Miami would do, you know. I mean, because not that Bortles is good, but he's still better than anybody who they have over there right now.
Yeah, he could be a stopgap.
Right?
He could be a stopgap guy for a year for sure.
Stopgap. Yeah, you know, because the thing is, they're pretty far back in the draft to land a quarterback, unless the Giants skip on Haskins. I don't see how they could get. Or they're going to have to trade down in the draft to get him.
To get who?
To get like Haskins or Murray. I think is going number 1, but I don't know. We'll find out if that's a smokescreen or what's really going on.
You mean trade up in the draft? Trade up in the draft.
Yeah, trade up as in move.
Yeah. Move to a lower. Yeah, I know what you're saying. I don't think they're going to do that. I don't think they should. I think they have too many holes, and I think Haskins will be there at 6. But it doesn't sound like the Giants are going to take him. So we'll see.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
go ahead.
Yeah, I was just saying, this is a very interesting year. So many people have switched teams. I mean, the whole Odell Beckham, the whole just Ryan Tannehill is no longer part of the Dolphins. Like, what did you think of that trade, by the way? That Dolphins got rid.
I think it was a good trade for Tennessee. I think backup quarterbacks are a lot more valuable than people give them credit for. And I think Tannehill is kind of a similar quarterback to Mariota. I think he'll fit in well there. Plus, Mariota is injury prone, so I think it makes sense. And the 4th round pick for a backup quarterback is the going rate. So I think the trade made sense for both teams, actually.
Okay, I just have one more question before I go.
Go ahead.
Yeah, because I know you have a lot of people to get to. But so, do you see Miami drafting a quarterback this year or waiting till next year?
If I had to guess right now, I think they're the team that gets Rosen. If I had to guess.
Oh, okay.
I think they made that trade knowing that they had a very good chance of getting Rosen. That's my prediction.
Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. I have one more. Seriously, last question. Rosen or Haskins, who would you rather have for the New York Giants?
Haskins. But
okay.
but I'd rather have Rosen if I'm giving up a 2nd round pick.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. I agree with you.
All right, but I'm gonna let you go, man. I got a guy who's been calling in for like an hour.
Definitely.
I keep trying to get this guy.
Yeah,
have a good one, man. Have a good one.
Yeah, you too.
All right. All right. I've seen you calling in a lot. Sorry, I just got to you. Who is this?
Hello?
Hello?
What's up?
What's going on? What's going on? Who's it? What's going on? Ebottom, thank you for tuning in the stream. What's going on?
Yeah. So I have a couple questions for you. So we have the 6th and 17th pick in the draft.
Right.
So do you think we should go double defense, double offense? Like, what do you think we should do there?
Definitely not double offense. If they're gonna go, they could either go quarterback and defense or defense. Okay. At 6, you're either going quarterback or pass rusher. At 17,
that's what I was thinking.
at 17, you could go offensive tackle, you could go cornerback, or you could go pass rusher if you didn't take one with the 6th overall selection. I think that's what you're looking at. You're looking at like a Byron Murphy at corner, someone like that, a Baker.
Yeah.
Offensive line, obviously, there's going to be a lot of tackles that are there, whether it's Cody Ford, whether it's Jonah Williams, someone like that.
Andre
Dillard's another one, yeah. Very athletic, had a good combine. Or you could go pass rusher. If Montez Sweat ever slipped there, Calais and Farrell, someone like that.
Yeah. And I was thinking about this, like, the Giants have, like, always been, I'm a, like, huge Giants fan. We've always been, like, feared because of our defense. We've had Lawrence Taylor, Michael Strahan, Osu Manure, JPP, Justin Tuck, like, we've always had, like, such good pass rushers, and, like, now for the past, like, I don't know, 5 years, we really haven't had anyone besides, like, JPP.
Yeah. Oh, no, thank you, Jimmo. I really appreciate that. He says, good show, thanks. We haven't had a great pass rusher since JPP. You're spot on about that. You're right. I mean, and JPP was only obviously he was great the first 2 or 3 years of his career, then he blew his finger off. And then we let him go, and now he's playing good in Tampa last year. But And he was even decent down the stretch with the Giants his last year. But, yeah, he was the last really good pass rusher we've had. Vernon was pretty good his first year. But we haven't had that.
Yeah, Vernon was good his first year.
Yeah, but we haven't had that dominant pass rusher since JPP. You're right.
Yeah, and with the number 6 pick, if I was the Giants, I would take Montez Sweat. I think he has, like, crazy upside. He's fast. He's athletic.
Yeah, I just want to get the super chat before I lose it. I'm going to let you keep. Movie Critic, thank you so much for the super chat. He says, thanks for taking my call of the best streamers ever. Let's go, Giants. I want Haskins, and even Murray is okay, but I want Eli I don't want Eli for too much longer. Yeah, I think that's most Giant fans feel that way. Movie Critic. But thank you very much. But I didn't mean to interrupt you. I'm sorry. Hello?
Yeah, I think Montez Sweat is the
guy.
Yeah,
you were talking about Sweat. Yeah. Sweat's combine was ridiculous.
Yeah.
You know, what I read about Sweat is he's a crazy athlete, but he's not polished, which is why I could possibly see him dropping into at least the double digits, like 11, 12, 13. And a team that I really had pegged to take him was Green Bay, but then they went out and they signed 2 pass rushers in free agency. So I don't think they'll take him. So it's possible Sweat could fall to 17. I'm not banking on it, but it's possible.
I don't think he'll fall to 17. I think another team will scoop him up. Or even like a team like the Rams, or like someone might even trade up if they see him slip down to like 15.
The Falcons could take him too. At 14, the Falcons make sense.
Yeah, that's, I don't know, like somewhere around there.
Yeah.
And another guy, we could take at 17. I was thinking Drew Lock. If he falls to 17, I think we should take Drew Lock.
He's good value there. Drew Lock's good value there.
Yeah.
I would take him over Daniel Jones. You're hearing all the rumors about Daniel Jones.
Yeah.
I like Daniel Jones, but not that early. A second round pick.
No,
maybe,
I see him in the second round.
Yeah, maybe I'd take a shot in the second round, but not that early. But anything else, buddy?
I don't really like any of the corners this year either. Like Byron Murphy, they both of the 2 corners, Greedy and Byron Murphy, both remind me a little bit of Eli Apple.
Yeah,
so
that's what I was saying. Somebody called in about Greedy Williams earlier. I said the same thing from what I read about the guy. And who knows? I mean, he's a great athlete. He's got great anticipation skills. He could be awesome, but his breakdown sounds a lot like Eli Apple to me.
Yeah, it does.
You know?
But you never know with the draft. You never know who's going to be good. I also like Rashawn Gary. I feel like he has potential.
I like his versatility. I like Rashawn Gary's versatility. He could play both on
inside.
The inside and out. Yeah, I don't know if he's like an explosive pass rusher, but he's a versatile player. Yeah, I like him too. Actually, I wouldn't want him at 6, but I do like him.
Yeah, there's a lot of good players in this draft. There's a lot. I think we should go double.
Ed Oliver's another one.
Yeah. And even in the second round, like, there's going to be some pass rushers there. Like, Jalen Ferguson might be there.
Yep.
From Louisiana Tech, I think he went to.
Yep.
Brian Burns could slip down to the second round.
I don't know if he will, but he could. I think he'll be in the high teens to low 20s. But, yeah, he's another prospect. He could be at 17 for the Giants, actually. You bring him up. That could be a guy they're looking at.
He could play outside linebacker, too.
Yeah, he's a great athlete, too. I think you're running about a 4.5. But yeah, he's known as a crazy athlete too, so that's another guy the Giants could be looking at 17.
And one more question. What do you think about Jabril Peppers? Like, what do you think he brings to the table for us?
Really good. I mean, I obviously don't watch him on a daily basis, but everything I've read and the highlights, and really good athlete, good coverage safety from what I've read. High upside. He was drafted out, when he was drafted, people thought it was a little bit of a reach because he was drafted more for his athleticism, 25th overall than production. But last year they said he took a huge step forward. So I like Peppers. I like Peppers' potential to be, I think he was ranked 16th by PFF at the safety position, which is very good.
Yeah.
It's above average. So, and he's still only 23 next year, very cost effective. I think he's a bright piece of the future for the Giants.
Yeah. And I don't know what Gettleman's plan is like here. Like, he's saying how, like, he has a plan. But then he goes and signs Golden Tate, and it's like, are we trying to win now, or are we trying to, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, well, I think we got to wait till after the draft before we completely judge his plan. But I get what you're saying. Everybody's kind of up in arms. Like, what are you doing with Golden Tate? But the one thing I will say about the Golden Tate signing, it does give us a lot more flexibility in the draft. Because everybody was saying you got to take a N'Keal Harry round 2, you got to take a Metcalf round 1, a Hollywood Brown. Now they don't got to worry about wide receiver. They don't got to worry about wide receiver the entire draft. They have 3 wide receivers plus Evan Ingram. So, between Coleman, Shepard, and, obviously Tate. So, they don't got to worry about wide receiver in this draft. So, that's, I guess, the one positive from that signing.
I was reading a mock draft a couple days ago, and it said, we move Evan Ingram to wide receiver, and with the 17th pick, we take T.J. Hawkinson, the tight end from Iowa.
A lot of people like him, but I wouldn't do that. Movie Critic, thank you so much again.
I don't know. It's like, I think we need 2 defensive players. Our defense is too weak.
I hear you. We need more than 2. But Movie Critic, thank you so much.
Yeah.
He says altogether, wow, that's crazy. I've done that before. I've been dead after I do that. We
need to go 1, 2, 3 defense.
Yeah, but I'm gonna let you go because I got a few people calling. I just want to say thank you for the call, buddy.
Yeah.
All right,
thank you so much.
You got it, man. Thank you for the call. Yeah, Sinclair, you say Coleman ain't no wide receiver. We'll see. I think he's got some upside. Skins fan all day. How you doing, buddy? I don't think he's a guy that I have. He's maybe a 3. What's going on? You're on live. Thank you for calling in.
Hi, my name is Cam, first-time caller. I'm a big fan of your show.
I appreciate that. You said Cam?
Yeah, I'm a Japanese, so I want to excuse my poor language for.
Are you calling from Japan?
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's awesome. What's up, man?
What's up? So I have a few questions.
Go ahead.
Would you take Quinnen Williams or Josh Allen? If you can pick either 2 of them, who would you pick?
Oh man, that's tough. Because I love both of them. But God, you're killing me. I love both those guys. I think Quinnen Williams is the slightly better prospect, but I think Josh Allen might fit more what the Giants are looking for if they're taking because he's an edge rusher, Josh Allen. He's good in coverage. Well, he's not great. He has potential to be good in coverage.
Yeah.
I think I'd go Josh Allen. Oh, Smash Talk, thank you so much for the super chat, by the way. He says, great stream, the entertainer, keep up the great work. Smash Talk, I really appreciate that. Thank you very much for the super chat. I like Quinnen Williams slightly more, but I think the Giants might take Josh Allen if they were given that choice. But they're not going to, but I like the question.
Yeah, they're going to get, they're going to be top 3 picks, so, maybe Giants aren't going to be able to pick them, but, if they can get, if they can get Quinnen Williams, I will be happy.
So I have a question for you, being that you're from Japan. American football is not exactly the biggest sport over there. How did you?
It's not.
How did you fall in love with the sport?
I have been living in Connecticut for when I was young.
Okay.
So I love NFL, but it's not popular in Japan though. It's not.
Yeah, Japan. You guys like baseball, Japan.
Yeah, we like baseball, soccer, but NFL is not popular in Japan. But I love it though. I'm obsessed with.
That's
NFL.
awesome, man. That's all you. So having people, not my channel only, but having people's YouTube channels is very valuable for you because you probably don't get a lot of coverage in Japan.
Yeah, so your YouTube channel is valuable for me,
I appreciate that.
I get to know about NFL, Giants, and I also like New York Knicks though.
Oh, well, I'm going to be picking up the Knicks content soon, and there's a lot of great Knicks YouTubers that I've worked with in the past. Actually,
nothing but Nick.
I was going to say, he's been on my channel. You've probably seen that if you've been with my channel for a while.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, and he is going to be on my channel a lot more going forward. I actually called him about 4 days ago. I've just been so busy with the free... Once, the free agency's done, I'm going to start picking up the Knicks content with Sim on, a regular, at least weekly or bi-weekly show. And obviously, Knicks content in the off-season is going to be off the chain on the channel between Kevin Durant, the draft, and everything else.
That's going to be awesome, man. If we get Zion, KD, and, Kyrie or Kemba, it's going to be, so awesome.
Yeah, I cannot wait for NBA.
I can't wait.
Yeah, and basketball is pretty big in Japan as well, obviously, right?
Yeah, baseball is very popular. Yeah, it is. But I don't watch baseball. I'm more of NFL, NBA guy.
Yeah, I hear you. And Knicks are your favorite team. That's awesome. So hopefully the Knicks can start. How old are you?
I'm 18.
So you never really got to see the Knicks when they were good.
Yeah, like they have been fucking like they have been not good for like almost 10 years. Like I liked Carmelo Anthony, but like he can't lead us to like championship, you know.
Yeah, I hope they get Durant. I hope they get Durant. They get a couple other nice pieces, and hopefully they get the ping pong balls to bounce their way. Maybe we get Zion.
Yeah,
maybe we get Zion.
14%, right?
14%. Maybe we get Zion Williamson, man. But I just want to say, man, this was a thrill for me. I hope you call more often. I love talking to people from out, because it makes me feel good that I'm affected, you know, because people that in New York, they can get their sports coverage anyway. But it's cool to hear from somebody from outside the country that this is really like their main source of sports knowledge. So it's awesome.
Yeah, like I have like a couple Giants fan friends in Japan, and like I'm telling like my friends about your channel, you know.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Yo, thank you.
Thank you for being a great subscriber.
Thank you.
All right, my man. Have a good one. Let's see. Joe Lutz says, Chris, you're a bastard. What's going on? You're on live. Thank you for calling in.
All right, I'm Nick. All right.
What's up, Nick?
All right, I just want to talk about our future quarterback plan.
Yeah, let's talk.
All right, I think we have to get the quarterback this year, whether it's Rosen, Haskins, or Kyler Murray, because we can only throw away so many years until Saquon Barkley starts regressing.
Yeah, I'm as I've been saying, I'm not gonna like scream at the top of my lungs if they don't go quarterback. I understand it because there's better quarterbacks in next year's class, but if it was me, I would be leaning to try to get that out of the way this year.
Yeah. Also, we would have never been in this situation if we took Darnold or Rosen last year.
Yeah, but are you really
then we could have
upset?
signed Le'Veon Bell this year.
Are you upset though that we took Barkley? I mean, Barkley's phenomenal.
No, Barkley's my favorite player, but like we would have been not in a better situation if we didn't take him, though.
You could argue that. I'll give you that. You could argue it.
Yeah.
You could certainly argue it.
Yeah, and then like if we get Rosen though, like we have to go pass rusher at 6.
I agree with you. What are you talking about? If we give up the 17th?
No, I think we could get Rosen for a second or maybe a third even.
I doubt a third at this point because there's a lot of suitors, but maybe a second. You might be able to get him for the second.
Yeah, and then also I'd like to stay away from DK Metcalf at all costs.
Oh, no way. Especially after they got Tate, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, because Metcalf's like, in my opinion, he's overrated. He's like a one-trick pony. He can only go deep. He can't do anything else besides throw him the deep ball.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. There's no point at this point. That's why we brought in Tate, so that gives us the flexibility not to have to take a wide receiver.
Yeah.
So I agree with you. I would have stayed away with him though before we had signed Tate. I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Anything else, buddy?
Yeah. No, that's all I want to say.
I just want to say thank you for being a great subscriber. Thank you for calling in.
You're welcome. See you.
All right, buddy. Have a good one. Yeah, Delano makes no sense at this point. No sense. And everybody says his route running is not the best. What's going on, Ligma? Thank you, Ligma. Of course. Ligma, I just want to say thank you again for all the super chats you gave me last night. You didn't have to do that. Thank you very much. What's going on? You're on live. Thank you for calling in.
My man, entertainer. What's going on, brother?
What's going on? Oh God. Oh, Mike Nixon, right?
Yes, sir.
I'm starting to get the voices down. I'm starting to get the voices on. Marcus
Man,
Wood
you
says,
can't forget this beautiful voice, you know?
Mr. Recliner, what's up, buddy?
I'm good, brother. How are you, man?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Just getting to talk to some of my best subscribers, man. Having a good time tonight.
Of course. Yeah, man. Just excited for all your content coming up, especially and everything coming up with March Madness. I'm a big basketball fan also, as football. That's my two main sports. So
yeah, that is going to be a lot of fun calling March Madness. I'm going to be doing, obviously, the play-by-play, and I got to pick out the games because, obviously, it's like they have, like, the time slots. It's like 12, 2:30. So I got to pick out the games and figure out which ones I think are going to be the most competitive games, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, going on to, like, the later one, I mean, obviously you don't want to do, like, a number 1 versus a 16. But, I mean, still, like, I feel like if you're doing, like, one of them, like, top seeds, you might get a lot of people in the stream. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if it's like Duke or something. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll probably do a Duke game because all the NBA prospects.
of course, yeah.
You know.
But I'm going to the Giants real quick. I'm a firmly believer now. We go Devin White at 6. I said I want him. I'm sold. You sold me on it. I want him at 6 no matter what.
I am a fan of Devin White. I'll say that. He's probably, if we're not going quarterback, he's my favorite realistic player that will be there at 6.
Mm-hmm.
Now, part of me wonders, is it possible? I think it's very unlikely that he drops to 17 because everybody has the Bengals penciled in to get him at 11 if the Giants weren't to take him. But if Haskins is still there, Bengals might take Haskins. Maybe slips, but I doubt it. But I like Devin White a lot.
I mean, of course, if Haskins is there at 17, then you almost have to.
Oh,
at that point.
Yeah, you would have to. You absolutely would have to.
But for me, out of 17, like you said, corner, maybe another pass rusher. That offense, I'm more on the line of pass rusher, corner, and wait to get our offensive lineman in the second round. Because we got Will Hernandez last year. You know what I mean? That was a great pickup.
Yeah, I just want to answer a question in the chat. Lamel Sinclair asked me, what time am I closing? I usually go to probably 12:15, 12:30 Saturday night because these shows usually go between 2.5 to 3 hours, so probably around 12:15, 12:25, 12, depending on the flow of the calls. When they start to slow down, I'll close it out, but it's been a pretty steady flow tonight. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
No problem. But yeah, at 17, I'm more leaning to a corner just because we have Janoris, yeah. And then we have Beal, but you never know if he may get hurt. I'm a firm believer that you can never have too many corners. You know what I mean?
I like the idea of taking a corner at 17.
But it's like you said earlier in Bad Dog stream, like Edelman doesn't really like to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he doesn't value the corner position as much as most GMs. He's more of a pass rusher and offensive line guy.
Yeah, so I mean, who knows? Maybe he'll just wait and maybe he can pick out a gem later on in the draft. You know what I mean?
What's going on, Chuck Sharts? He just popped in, and True That's in the house. What's going on? Thank you for tuning in. But the one thing I will say, when you think of it like this, he doesn't value it in terms of dollars and cents. He may value it in the sense that if I could take a guy at 17 who's a really good corner, I don't got to pay this guy for 5 years. So that may make sense. He may say, you know what, a mid-first round pick may make sense on a corner, so I don't got to go out there and sign a free agent because I don't believe in allocating a lot of my cap to a corner. So it may make sense to draft one for him mid-first round.
And then I'm also thinking for next year with us having $100 million cap. I mean, honestly, if we can really throw the money and the murmurs are true that Wilson's wife wants to be out in New York.
Right.
I wouldn't mind throwing him the money. I mean, yeah, he's 31 now, but I still think he can have 5-6 years of good football out of him. You know what I mean?
We'll see, man. We'll see, man. I just cannot wait until the draft. It's almost. I mean, the draft crept up, man. What is it now? 3 weeks, 4 weeks, a month about, right?
Well, yeah, maybe about 5 or 6, because I know it's the 25th of April, and we're kind of in the middle of the month now.
Yeah, so 5 weeks. And I still got to I got 2 more mock drafts, plus I got to do the joint one with JC and Rover. Probably got to do 2 more of those. I got a lot of mock drafts I still got to do. So this mock draft's going to be a lot of fun because it's going to be completely different.
Now, are you going to do the same for NBA?
Yeah, the NBA is. I'm definitely doing mock drafts for the NBA, and I'm going to do a lot of pre-draft coverage on prospects for the Knicks. I'm not going to do I'm not going to do a guy that's mocked 20th overall. I'm going to do 5 or 6 guys, 5, 6, 7 guys that the Knicks get to, and then maybe do a individual video on second round targets for the Knicks, and then I'll do a mock draft, and I think they got 2 second round picks, the Knicks, if I'm not mistaken, and maybe I'm wrong on that though. They might, I don't know, but But yeah, definitely a lot of basketball coverage after the NFL draft, and I'll get started on the baseball as well, obviously soon once the Mets start up.
Right now, I'm actually thinking about it because I did it back in 2013. I might go to the draft this year. I did it back in 2013 when I was the horrible Anthony Bennett draft, but.
Oh God, the worst number 1 pick in the history of the NBA. Yeah, that was. You want to talk about a bust?
Yeah, I mean, it was so pretty fun though.
Yeah, of course, man. It's at Brooklyn this year, the draft.
Yeah, especially this year because I was talking to my buddy yesterday. He's like, with this being like such a historic draft with a lot of good prospects, he's like, he definitely wants to go. I'd like, let's look up tickets.
I was talking to Sim from Nothing But Knicks, and we were talking about potentially going to that together. That would be cool to stream from the Garden together at the Barclays Center rather, the night of the draft. We were talking about that.
That'd be pretty cool. That'd be pretty cool. You gotta let me know, like, definitely if you definitely go up there, and I'll definitely let you know if I go up there and we can link up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I may do it. Biff Rickles, I really appreciate that, man. Thank you so much for the nice words right there. But yeah, no, I will definitely. I'll let everybody in the chat know if I'm going to be at the draft in Brooklyn. I may or may not. That's not definitive, but we were talking about it.
Yeah, man, that'd be great. But
yeah, I'm gonna let you go just because I'm sure a couple more people want to call in. But I just want to say I always love when you call in, man. You're a great subscriber of mine, so thank you.
No problem, brother. And congratulations on winning the Sexy 16, man. now you gotta keep your title. You gotta repeat next year.
We're gonna go for a repeat next year. We're gonna go for a repeat, man. I just want to say thank you so much for
everybody in the chat. Everybody in the chat, you heard it here first. This man's repeating. Everybody vote for him next year too.
All right, buddy. Have a good one.
You too, brother.
Have a good one. All right, let's take this call. Real quick, Chuck Shart says you hear Haskins wants to be a Redskin now. Yeah, I don't blame him. After I know you did, Philly. I saw that. I saw that. Chris, what happens if you all get Zion? Does that speed on your rebuild? Yeah, Zion's a once every 5 years type talent. What's going on? You're on live. Who is this?
It's Nelson.
Nelson. I don't know why. Whenever you call in, I always do that. Like, I'm almost like lecturing you like a school teacher. Nelson. What's going on, buddy?
All right. Yeah, I'm great. I just want to talk about the AAF.
Okay, the AAF. Now this is how I don't keep track of it anymore. But you can talk about it. I know I heard the rumor that Manziel's coming back.
I know there's another thing that is about the Orlando. Some take their first loss.
Oh, they lost this week.
They lost from Arizona, 20-17.
So what are they? 6-1 or 5-1?
5-1.
Okay, so there's only 4 weeks left in the regular season.
Oh, sure. Just the second half of the regular season.
Interesting. Yeah, true that. Johnny Manziel's going to be playing. I don't know if it's going to be. Can I call him next? I keep trying, but it won't let me. Nation, sure, you're a great caller of mine. Type in the first 3 of your number, and I'll be sure to take you next. Yeah, true that. Johnny Manziel, they said, is gonna be. I don't know if it's next week, but he's gonna be playing in the AAF. But go ahead, buddy. I didn't mean to cut you off there.
No problem. I know that. Yeah, I know that. Yeah, we're just I know that we're just like focusing on what to do in NFL drafts.
Right. Of course, that's what we're talking about right now. It's let me just give him a mod real quick. Yeah, no, the draft's coming up. It's gonna be in a month. And I know you're a Knicks fan. The NBA draft's not that far off either.
I know.
Yeah.
With I know that we got Golden Tapes for the New York Giants. Just about football.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Isaiah is crazy. He said, Chris, I would do real nasty things just to see you smile.
I know.
Isaiah, man. Isaiah is the best, man. But I mean, go ahead, buddy. Go ahead.
I know. That Eli Manning.
Yeah.
He'll get his roster bonus.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. He's gonna spend some time here. We got whistle for is it a third string for a third string quarterback?
Yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're talking about getting a potential backup for Eli.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see how it goes. But Nelson, I just wanted to thank you so much for calling. I just got to speed up these calls because it's getting a little late. I got to try to get as many as I could get. But Nelson, I just want to say I always appreciate you always tune into my videos. You tune into my live streams. You always call in. You show some support. So I just want to say thank you. I know you've been with my channel forever. I remember you commented on my Knicks videos when I was first starting out on YouTube. So I always like to give you the time, when you call in, and I appreciate everything you mean to my channel.
And congratulations for winning the title yesterday.
Yes. Thank you for voting for me. Nelson, man, you're the best, man.
Even though I didn't vote for you.
Oh, you didn't vote for me?
It's still fun.
You voted for Bad Dog?
Yeah.
Oh, Nelson, you're killing me.
You're fine. You're fine being a winner.
All right, Nelson, thank you for calling in, buddy.
All right.
See ya. All right. And now I'm going to be waiting for Nations to call in. I think he told me 914. 914. RJ Barrett or Zion? Nations, I'm going to give you 30 seconds. 30 seconds. There he is. Nations, what's up, my man?
What's going on? First of all, I just want to apologize if the background is a little loud. I'm at a party right now, but I did want to say something before I, leave the party and go to bed. But so I have two very unpopular opinions that I want to say, and I know you're probably not going to agree with them.
Now, before you give your opinions, you're 13?
Yeah.
Is there alcohol?
Just turned 13 on February 13th.
Is there alcohol at this party?
No. It's a birthday party.
No, I'm just kidding. What's up?
All right, so I know a lot of people are hyping up the Cleveland Browns, but to be fair, I really don't. I think they're going to screw it up. I mean, when you look at the offensive side of the ball, right, you have so much talent. You have Baker Mayfield. You have they have Duke Johnson on the team still, right?
Yes.
And
I read rumors that they were looking to trade Duke, though. I read that.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I don't know. Did they trade him?
I don't think so.
Let me look this up real quick, but go ahead.
All right. And they also have Odell, Bradley Chubb. They just got Kareem Hunt, who was also on a 6-game suspension, I believe it is, or 8. And then they also have Odell Beckham Jr., who has a huge personality in the locker room, is gonna want the ball. Same with all these other guys. So I think that if I were the Cleveland Browns, I think the smarter move would be to trade one or two of these players, not necessarily Odell or Jarvis Landry, but just to get rid of some personality in the locker room, because I know that a lot of them are gonna want the ball, and I don't know if it's gonna be equally spread around or if it's gonna satisfy them with the amount of touches that they're gonna have per game.
I want to say, before I answer that take, very well thought out. And I don't necessarily disagree with it long term. I think the first year it's going to work. But I think I agree with you long term. 2, 3, 4 years down the line, I think it's going to blow up in their face. But I think the first year or two, I think it will work for Cleveland. But I don't know with all those personalities if it will work long term. I think you bring up some very valid points.
Yeah, and I know this second play. I know everybody in the chat is probably going to hate me for this, and nobody's going to agree with me on this, but that's fine. So hear me out, okay? I think that the New York Giants are going to go to the playoffs. And before you say that you don't think that they are,
before you tell me why, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't think you're crazy. I'm not picking it, but I don't think it's that as crazy as some people may think.
Because, all right, so think about it like this, right? After the 2018 bye week, the entire offense, the entire defense, the entire organization played extremely well from the beginning half of the season, right? And now you finally get rid of a big personality in the locker room, somebody who's going to bring your team down, and you have 12 picks in the NFL draft, including 2 first-round picks, right? If we hit on these picks, and this is one of the reasons why I don't want a quarterback. However, I'm back and forth on whether or not I think we should get a quarterback or not. But if we were to just draft defense, we can really make a playoff run because we have the second easiest schedule in the 2019 NFL season. And we will now have a new restructured offensive line. Maybe if we can find somebody in the second round or third round that we can probably hit on, that we could get a good offensive tackle or guard or whatever. Because now we have Kevin Zeitler, or however you say his name.
Zeitler. But now, I'm really enjoying the chat right now. They are coming at you, nations. They're saying,
I know. Go easy, guys. Go easy.
Poor kid. His nation's all right. What is this dude smoking? They're saying, I got a kid's huffing glue. He's smoking that. They are coming at you, nations. But
I mean, but really think about it. Like Eli Manning.
I got nations back here. Big Simple. What's going on, my man? Everybody, do me a favor and go check him out. By the way, I got nations back here. Let me tell you something, nations. When the Giants, I'm going to say they compete for the playoffs. I'm not going to say they make the playoffs. I'm going to say this right now. They're going to win no less than 7 games this year. I think they're going to be better than people think. And I think they could contend for the playoffs. But when the Giants, if they make the playoffs, nation, you're going to get to laugh at everybody in this chat. You're going to get to laugh at everybody.
You're all going to look back at this moment. And I want Philly 500 to clip this because I know for a fact that they're going to get close to making the playoffs. And I want him to upload this video and look back at the chat. And everybody that says that, oh, it's not going to happen or you're smoking something, you're all gonna be proven wrong. And it makes sense, though, because you have the 12 picks. Now you're going to basically have a totally restructured offensive line. And when you look, and Eli Manning really isn't that bad of a quarterback as people think he is. They literally pick him apart. And it's not like he can really do much. When you look at the second half of the season, when it was past the bye week, Eli Manning's, he had his highest completion percentage, and sure, you can say a lot of it was checkdowns, but that helped them win games in the second half of the season. And they almost made a playoff run had they won a couple of games at the first half of the season. But yeah, now you have a restructured offensive line, and we've seen whenever Eli has a good offensive line, he plays as good as his offensive line does play as well because he will have time in the pocket. And you don't need Odell because, well, he'll help you win games, but you weren't really winning with him, right? So you get rid of him, you get a first and a third, and a really talented safety in Jabril Peppers. So now you're building up a defense. Now you have 2 first-round picks in the draft. You can hit on these picks up with a defense, and then you can get some talent over there again and maybe make some trades before the trade deadline to help build up this defense, maybe sign some veterans to help out these young players develop. And it'll be really good.
Nations, man, you got me convinced right now. You got me convinced. The Giants are going to the playoffs. The Giants are going to the playoffs. You just convinced me. I love this kid.
And if you think about it like this, as well as you don't need, like, it's obvious what the management is doing. People are bashing them because of the trades that they made, but it's obvious what they're doing. They're going back, and I know a bunch of people always say this, but they're going back to the 2012 days, when the Super Bowl winning days, because obviously they don't have really standout receivers after that trade for Beckham. They have a little above average receivers, you know what I mean? And you don't need that to win. You just need players that can get the job done, and it's better to get out those big personalities off your team, and now you can get picks and draft better players that can get the job done. That's not going to cost a lot of cap. And even if we miss the playoffs this year, which I don't think we are, with the second easiest schedule in the 2019 season, plus that'll make it easier on whoever we draft to develop and get better as a whole. We'll have $100+ million in cap space next year, so we'll definitely be making the playoffs 1 or 2 of these years. I really think so.
I love this kid's optimism. And the chat loves it too. Great call, nations. I'm gonna take Isaiah next because he's been here and he asked me before. I think Brandon did, so I'll take Isaiah first. I'll take Brandon second. But Nate, I think Isaiah said 203. But I just want to say thank you so much for the call, man. Thank you for everything you do for my channel. I always loving you calling.
All right, peace out, man. Have a nice night.
All right, buddy. Have a good one.
You too.
So I'm waiting on Isaiah. Yes, we did. 2011 regular season. I mean, it's based on the callers. True that. Oh, Smash Talk, thank you so much for the super chat. I think that's Isaiah, and I just want to get that super chat real quick. Smash Talk says, great call, Nations. Thank you so much, Smash Talk. Nations is the best. Isaiah in the building. What's going on, buddy?
Sexy chocolate, you beautiful black devil, you. Oh, God. Chris, I would do nasty things if the Knicks drafted you, Chris. I'll tell you what.
Isaiah, man, what's up, buddy?
No, man, damn it. I never thought I would say this, but a 11-year-old convinced me to do something I didn't want to do this time. I should have said that out loud. But, no, man, this kid convinced me that we're going to the playoffs. Which, hey, Chris, I mean, listen, I don't want to really talk a lot of sports today. I wanted to talk more silly, but listen, it's possible. If the Giants draft right.
Right.
And, because, I mean, if you look at the second half of the season, we played really good. We played almost, I think, 500 ball, I believe.
Well, if you look at the Giants season as a whole, they only won, 5 games? But they should have won the Carolina game. The guy hit a 63-yard field goal. They should have
won the Eagles game.
They should have won the Eagles the second time for sure. They should have won the Colts game. They had them dead. So that's 8 wins right there they should have had, and they could have easily won 1 or 2 more if they had a defense.
And that last Cowboys game, we should have won. We should have won.
Yeah. Now to be fair, the Cowboys weren't playing 100% there because they were in the playoffs already. But easily the Giants could have won 8 or 9 games easily last year.
Yeah. So I mean, listen, man. I like the kid optimism. It was so funny hearing them the 2012 days. I'm like, what the hell? The 2012 days.
Well, that's what happens when you're 13.
Yeah, man. Jesus, 13. Oh, man. But I want to talk more about me and you. We're like the perfect milkshake. We're like Napoleon ice cream or whatever they call it. We're just missing where the Mad Dog can be the pink and you can be the chocolate.
Oh, I like that. I like that.
You like that?
Now I got a question for you, Isaiah. Would you be down to go? I may organize this. Would you be down to go to the draft in Brooklyn?
If I can go down on you, Chris, I mean down to the draft. I mean we could go down anywhere, baby. We could go down at.
All right, because I might try to set that up with Sim and maybe the people from his chat, maybe some of my subscribers.
Oh yeah, no, seriously, Chris, I'm 100% down. I mean, listen, I watched the Duke game tonight, and I'm just like, Chris, it's our turn to get the pick, man. If Adam Silver was smart, this would be the best thing for the NBA. Don't stick Zion in Cleveland or Phoenix, because here's the thing, and this is why I think this is my crazy. It's not crazy, but the Knicks and the NBA need Zion on the Knicks. Listen, you can put the Knicks on big market games, even if we don't get KD or Kyrie, which, I mean, I think we're pretty much, what people say is pretty much we're going to get KD, but get this kid on the Knicks, man. Don't stick this kid in Cleveland who the hell wants to go to Cleveland?
Yeah, I mean, Cleveland's gotten, 4 first-round picks since LeBron? I mean, if you include LeBron, they got Bennett, they got LeBron, they got Kyrie, and they got, there was another one.
Yeah, that's 4 or 5 picks. Come on, man.
Yeah.
They could have had a pick since Patrick Ewing.
Oh, Wiggins also.
Oh, come on. See, that's what I'm talking about. It's like, come on now. I mean, Zion and the Knicks down in New York, I mean, Chris, you can already imagine the city would be buzzing. The 5 Net fans that are left would kill themselves. So it's
Zion. If we ever had Zion, Knox, Durant, Kyrie, oh my God, the city would be buzzing, and we would get a few more free agents to come aboard that would try to win. So it would be buzzing.
I mean, Chris, you're talking about what? I think on average, a good NBA team the good premier teams get 25 premier games.
Right.
I think we're short of that. I think we would probably get 40. We would easily get 40 premium games. It would be over. I mean, the NBA would make so much money that it would be ridiculous. I mean, they might draft me. I don't give a damn. I don't, it's just crazy, man. You know what, man? It'll be almost better seeing you naked. That's how great it would be. It'll be that great.
Isaiah's going in tonight. I saw Biff Rickles say, "Please stop ignoring." I don't know if you're talking to me. I'm not trying to ignore anybody. I'm talking on the phone with Isaiah.
Hey! This is my time with sexy white chocolate, and I want to do this. Come on, guys, don't be jealous.
So,
if you want to get into the Napoleon ice cream, we're Ben & Jerry's. We got 31 different flavors.
I don't know if that was the Japanese caller. He's got like the Japanese lettering there. He's asking Mitch. I don't know if he's asking about Mitch Robinson, but yeah, Mitch Robinson's a part of the future too. I mean, he's clearly has an upside. He's definitely part of the future.
I mean, that kid. I told Sim, I'm not even kidding. I'm not even kidding, Chris. I see a little bit of Bill Russell in him.
Oh, come on.
That might be. I know that's extraordinary. I know it's extraordinary. I won't say Bill Russell. Marcus Camby. Like he might have a better version.
Yeah, Camby. I see. He's that tall, lanky, shot blocking center. He's got athletic ability. Yeah, I could see. That's who I thought he was when he came in. That's who I compared him to. I get Camby.
But let me get off because everybody's jealous of our beautiful Anthony Ivory relationship.
Isaiah's the best, man. Isaiah's the best. Gotten to meet this guy twice before. I'm sure I'm going to get to meet him a lot more.
Oh, no, of course, Chris.
Thank you so much for the call, Isaiah. Thank you for being a great supporter of the channel.
I love you, buddy. I'll talk to you.
All right, my man. Have a good one. That was Isaiah. I told Brandon Rogers, but I don't know his first three. So I'm just going to take the next call. You could type in the three. Just waiting for the next call here. What's going on, Arthur? Everybody do me a favor. Check out Arthur's channel. I think he's getting close to about 500 subs or so. What's going on? You're on live. Thank you for calling in.
This is Lucas Milk.
Lucas Milk. Now I saw it, Brandon, so I will take you next. 952. Lucas Milk. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
All right. What do you want to talk about?
What the Giants are doing. Some people say that they don't have a plan, which we do have a plan.
Okay. What's the plan? I want to hear it out of your mouth.
Oh, man. I think the plan is to build up the culture of the Giants.
Do I think Boban will be on the Knicks next year? Why does everybody keep asking about Boban? No, I don't think Boban will be on the Knicks next year. But yeah, so you think they're trying to improve the locker room culture?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably the reason why they traded away Odell and signed Golden Tate. Great locker room guy.
But Philly 500 says the plan is to always stink. Philly, back off my Giants, Philly. Back off my Giants. Yeah, man. No, yeah. So they're cleaning up the locker room. They're trying to get younger through the draft. They're getting rid of some of the loudmouths. They need a quarterback, though.
Yeah, we got pieces for a young quarterback. It's not like what the Arizona had with Rosen his first year. Yeah,
What's going on, Dylan? Yeah, I hear you, man. What's going on, Dylan Renner? I got a question for you. Somebody in the chat, actually, Chad Warren wants to know. Do you have, you sound, when you talk, it sounds like you have a burger in your mouth, he said. So what kind of burger are you eating? What kind of burger are you eating?
A Big Mac.
You're into the big, I'm more of a Whopper guy. You're eating the Big Mac right now?
Yeah, I like to switch between the Big Mac and the Baconator.
I like the Baconator myself, actually. I had a Baconator a couple days ago. It's delicious. But what else? Anything else you got to talk about, Mr. Milk?
No.
Well,
Monday I probably have something after that.
All right. We will talk soon then. We got a lot to talk about on Monday. We will talk soon, Mr.
Okay.
Milk. Thank you for calling in, buddy.
Yeah.
All right. Have a good one. Have a good one. Oh God, I forgot. I think you said 9. I'm gonna give you 20 seconds. I think you said 952. Not taking second-time callers, Cushman. There it is. I think this is Brandon Rogers. Said I would take your call. What's going on, Brandon? How you doing, buddy?
Yo, what's up, Chris? How are you, bro?
What's going on, man? What's going on, buddy?
Not much. I mean, our basketball season finally ended, so I just want to tell you that.
Oh my God, this guy, man! Every time this guy goes in, he plays another basketball game. He's like, it's crazy. Absolutely. How'd you guys do?
Well, so our season ended Tuesday, and we won our conference championship game, 82-78. So,
Awesome.
And we were down by 12 with 5 minutes to go, so we pulled it out.
Congratulations, buddy.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Good stuff, man. So, what do you want to talk about?
Well, since opening days, a few weeks away or a week or two away, I just wanted to talk about some more baseball and, a few more signings today. Cargo is with the Indians now.
Wow, I didn't even know. I was so busy at work today. I don't know the most recent signing. So Gonzalez is with the Indians. Wow.
Yeah, he didn't get a good deal. It's a more team friendly deal for the Indians because it's only 1 year and it's $2 million. But the Indians needed outfield depth, so it's a good pickup for them. So
yeah, I'm gonna look up his numbers now. I'm curious to see how he did. Like obviously, Cargo a few years ago, 3-4 years ago, was one of the best players in baseball. But he's tailed off here. He's gonna be 33 next year. He batted .276, 16 home runs, 64 RBIs. Of course, it's in Colorado though. But so he's still decent. What do you think of my Mets getting Gomez as a depth guy on a minor league contract?
Gomez, he's been knocked around a lot lately. He's been on a couple of different teams. Was he on Brewers, Rangers, Rays?
Yeah, he's been all over the. He's clearly, I think he only batted like .210 last year, but I think he's worth the shot for a minor league deal. Depth outfielder.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's always going to be those like sleeper teams that just keep adding like little names, but they can definitely like do something. Like perfect example is the Twins. They got a lot of depth. They got Nelson Cruz. They got Jonathan Scope. They got a few arms in that bullpen. And they got a few starters. So that's a team to look out for in the AL. Them and the Rays are probably going to be.
I'll tell you, the Rays. A lot of people sleeping on the Rays because obviously they're in a very good division with the Yankees and the Red Sox. But the Rays could surprise some people.
Yeah, for sure. It's only because of that division. And, the Red Sox, they're probably going to be on the decline a little bit. They're not going to win as many games.
No way they match last year's total.
Kimbrel hasn't even signed with anybody yet, and Kelly is on my Dodgers now, so, they don't have a setup man or a closer.
And as well as I do last year, the Red Sox got a ton of timely hits. Like, they're not going to be able to replicate that again.
Yeah, Steve Pierce, I feel like he just got lucky. He was up and down in Toronto, too, so,
Yeah.
It was like,
So I know you play you're a basketball fan, right?
Yeah.
Who's your team?
Well, see, NBA, I don't really have a team.
I was going to transition into March Madness, but I'm starting NBA now. With March Madness coming up, who's your? Well, we don't know the bracket yet, but who do you like in the tournament as a dark horse, maybe a sleeper, and who do you think will win?
I'd if I had to put money on a team to win it, I'd put it on Duke.
Yeah, too much talent over there.
Yeah, Duke, Villanova, or Virginia.
Really? You think Villanova could win it?
Yeah, I do think they could because they have, like the coaching culture has the experience on like the levels.
Well, Jay Wright's fantastic.
Yeah, but I was watching. Oh, how many games I watched? I watched the Kansas game. I watched the Michigan and Minnesota. I saw some of the Duke because I was at the gym and they just had it on the TV, so I was watching a little bit. And then what else did I watch? I watched a few other games. But that Iowa State team, they look pretty good beating Kansas today because they were up on them pretty good throughout the whole game. And then Kansas had a little like spark at the end a little bit, but
I just wanted to say hello to a few people that just popped in, and then C Sports Show. Go ahead and check him out. He always shows me a lot of love. Rum Boys, check them out. And he's got a good channel over there. And somebody else, Asia, of course, popped in. Wanted to say hello to her. How you doing, Asia? But back to you, buddy.
But but in my sleeper slash middle of the road that could win it is probably North Carolina, because North Carolina, I know they beat Duke 2 times, but Zion played like 36 seconds the first game, and then he didn't play the second game. So I mean, I think North Carolina, because they've been there so much in those high level games, they could probably do something too. But it's going to be a great tournament this year. And the Final Four, since I'm over here in Minnesota, since I live here, it's going to be there. And
Yo,
a few
that's
of my
right.
friends,
Are you going to go?
I don't think so, because it's over my spring break. So
Yeah.
I don't think so. Yeah.
I just can't wait
But,
for the tournament. I love the tournament. I cannot wait.
Yeah. But I'm heading down to LA for the Dodgers home opener, and I'm going to go hit up San Diego, because I'm going to go see Manny Machado play with the Padres the second game of the season. So I'm going opening day, Dodgers. I'm going the second game. I'm going to watch Manny Machado.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, I've been to 12 stadiums, but I haven't been to those two. Those are two I got to hit up, San Diego and LA. But I'm going to Go ahead.
Oh, well, I was just going to...
No, I'll let you close it out. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I highly recommend going to LA. And then, I went to Coors Field last season. I went to Wrigley.
Ooh, I've been to both. I've been to both of those. Coors Field is one of the most underrated ballparks in baseball. Beautiful stadium.
Yes, it is.
Gorgeous stadium.
I went there for a day game.
Yeah, beautiful.
So, it wasn't. Yeah.
And Wrigley is like no other. I've been to Wrigley. Real quick, I'll give you my 12. I've been to Mets. I've been to Yankees. I've been to Wrigley. I've been to Fenway. I've been to Tampa Bay. I've been to Camden Yards is 6. I've been to Phillies is 7. I've been to the San Francisco Giants is 8. I've been to the Anaheim Angels is 9. I've been to the Coors Field is 10. The Atlanta Braves new stadium is 11. And I've been to... I can't remember the last one. But I've been to 12. Can't remember all the time.
I've been to Kauffman, Target Field. I've been to Wrigley, Miller, LA, Coors. Who else? San Diego. I went there last year too, and I think that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I've been to a fair amount.
No, you got a good list there. But
I'm heading out to Atlanta this year too.
The Atlanta Stadium is beautiful. The same architect that made Citi Field. But I'm gonna let you go, because I'm sure a couple more people want to call in. But thank you so much for the call, buddy.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Chris. Appreciate it.
All right, my man. Have a good one.
You too.
You got a caller coming in? Hope they're still there. What is going on? You're on live. Thank you for calling in.
Hello?
Hello?
So I'm sorry for calling you twice. This is Ken. I'm so sorry for calling you twice.
I'm going to let you call in. I don't want to tell everybody they call in a second time, because there's other people trying to call in, but I did really enjoy it. No. I did really enjoy your phone call. It was great to get to talk to somebody from another country. So I'm going to make it quick, but I'll let you go. Go ahead.
Yeah, so, you were talking about March Madness, right?
Yes.
So, my favorite pick is Gonzaga. It's not just because Louis Hachimura is Japanese, but, I think Gonzaga should be, in content, and, should be expected, higher,
Well, Gonzaga's really good.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, they're. Let me look them up real quick. But yeah, they're really good. Let me see. Aren't they a projected 1 or 2 seed?
Yeah, they're in number 1 or 2 seed for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, they lost to San Francisco 3 days ago, but it's not gonna make them fall through to 3 seed or something. But thank you for answering the call. I'm sorry for calling you twice.
No. No need to apologize, man. You were one of the best calls of the night, man. One of the best calls of the night, man. I appreciate you being I appreciate you being a part of the channel.
Thanks. Good night.
All right, buddy. Have a good one. Love that guy. Love that guy. Love that guy. And we will be waiting. Going to take a few more callers, and then the last 10 or 15 minutes, I will open it up for a couple of second-time calls if they want. But unless it dies down, I'm going to give it a minute. If nobody calls in, I'll open it up for a second-time caller. Last Jedi, yeah, he is. Now that's awesome. Yeah, Rum Boys. He his first time he called it was like a great conversation too. All right. What's going on? You're on live.
Hey, entertainer, what's up? It's BK Sports Talk.
BK Sports Talk in the building. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing pretty good. What about you?
I'm doing good, man. I'm okay with the Odell trade. I've come to acceptance. I've accepted it. We're moving forward.
All right, so I have a couple of questions. Well, first I want to address the Giants fans that I listened to Nation's call earlier, and he's really knowledgeable, like 13-year-olds. I thought it was a really good call, but the Giants are not going to make the playoffs. He said they had 12 draft picks and they get hit on every single draft pick. But let's not pretend like the Giants are all of a sudden good at drafting.
Well,
I got and
I agree with you. Jerry Reese was horrible at drafting, but let's be fair. Gettleman did a pretty good job last year.
All right, he did an all right job, but let's not say in 2 years most of the people from that draft could also be cut.
Well, I think B.J.
Well, they're
Hill,
all on the team right now.
I think B.J. Hill and Lorenzo Carter are legitimate NFL players that he got in the third round. I think obviously Hernandez is going to be a starter for the Giants for the foreseeable future, and obviously Barkley. I think the first four guys are all legitimate, and then he only had two other picks. So Leonard was a bad pick, and R.J. McIntosh. People like his upside, but we haven't really seen him play because he was hurt all last year. But he's a fifth-round pick.
Yeah, so I just thought it was crazy how bad the Giants were at drafting, because I looked it up and
oh God, Jerry Reese was horrible. That's why he doesn't have a job. We always talk about he was awful.
From 2008 to 2015, they don't have a single player still on the roster.
Yeah, I mean, outside of the first round, there's maybe 3 or 4 players that he drafted after 2008 that were productive, really good productive pros. I mean, he was horrible at drafting Jerry Reese.
Yeah, so I have another question. So I don't think the Giants are going to be competitive next year, but let's say they're 2-5 or something. Would you start decreasing how many touches you give Barkley? Because Barkley had 350, 360 touches last year, and that's kind of a lot for. Well, it's not a lot, but the wear and tear on his body, he won't last all that long.
It's actually not. It's actually not the worst idea you bring up. I think the Giants need to use him a little less this year, actually, because I think he'll be just as effective when he's. I'm not saying a lot less, but maybe 2 less touches here. The thing is, he didn't run the ball a ton early in the season. The second half, they gave it to him a ton. But I was saying that last year they should have used the backups a little more.
Yeah. So who else are the running backs on the Giants?
Well, I think they're gonna draft one, but they got the kid. I'm not in season right now, but they got the guy they drafted in the 3rd round the year before. He's a pretty good running back. He only had a 3.5 yards per carry last year though. But what the hell's his name? Hold on one second. I'll give it to you. But he's okay. People liked him his rookie year. Last year, I thought he did better than what Wayne Gallman. There you go. I thought he did better than what the stats suggested last year, but he only averaged 3.5 yards a carry. But I think Gallman should be used more this year. Not a lot more, but I think he should get 2 more touches a game.
Yeah, I've heard of Gallman before. He was used last year a decent amount.
Yeah,
but
his rookie year he was pretty good.
Yeah, so another reason as an Eagles fan, I'm loving it over here but I don't think Gettleman is maybe it's not Gettleman, it could be the owners, but you guys are choosing I think your judges are choosing emotions over what's right. Eli should not still be on the team for $23.2 million. I think it's ridiculous.
I've said that. I've said that. I don't think Eli should still be on the team, but I mean, as a Giants fan, I could only, I'm obviously not going to badmouth Eli Manning. He won me 2 Super Bowls, but is it in the best interest of the team? Should Eli be on the team? No, I agree with you, but what can we do as fans? You have to root for him. I'm not going to boo Eli Manning. I refuse to do that.
I'm not trying to tell you to boo Eli Manning.
No, I know you.
It's on the management that you should be. If there's a way to boo the management, that's what you should be doing. Because there's no way he should be on the team for 23. Why isn't he restructured his contract? Didn't Drew Brees just restructure his contract? And Reese is doing way better than Eli's right now.
Yeah, I mean, Gettleman's excuse for that was he didn't want to extend him. He didn't want anything to cut into next year's cap. But I agree with you. I would have. I don't know what they're doing in terms of that. I would have extended him and tried to save $8 or $10 million on this year's cap and bring in some more help. That's what I would have done.
Yeah, so
And then
that's
cut him
about
for
it.
next year. That's what I would have done. But
Yeah.
yeah, man. I just want to say thank you for the call, buddy.
All right, see us.
All right, my man. Have a good one.
You too.
What's going on, Terrence? Thank you for tuning in, buddy. I think I already said hello to Marjorie, but if I didn't, what's going on? Boston Nation, I gotta disagree on that. Eli Manning's definitely a Hall of Famer. What's going on? You're on live. Thank you for calling in.
What's going on, Entertainer?
And another person said, Jaden Walker, I think we've had this conversation before. They always like to get into the Eli's not a Hall of Famer. You know my thoughts on it. I'm not going to yell about it. Eli's a Hall of Famer. What's going on? You're on live.
What's up?
What's up, man? Who is this, by the way? This number looks familiar.
Do you really forget?
Oh, sperm cell. Sperm cell.
Here you go.
Sperm cell was about to get pissed off. What's up, man? You sound different. You sound different.
I do?
Yeah, you sound a little different.
How so? I sound a little deeper, a little lighter.
A little deeper, I think. You don't sound like you normally do.
Hmm.
Yeah, you sound a little bit better. I like your voice today. What's going on, buddy?
Thank you. Yeah, so I just want to talk about two things. I'll get into the Eagles, but I'll start out with the Giants. Kind of what BK Sports Talk was talking about. What is the point if you're going through a rebuild and paying your quarterback $23 million?
I agree with you. I think they should have restructured the deal. They're not going to cut Eli. They're just not going to. It's not practical, but they should have restructured the deal. They should have restructured the deal. I agree with you.
Yeah. And also, I mean, of course, I ain't going to take Ice. I think he will fit well in your system. We couldn't use him because offensive coordinator is an idiot. But the only thing is, like, are you trying to rebuild or are you trying to win? And it can't go down the middle.
Yeah, that's what everybody keeps saying. And Gettleman basically said we can, so we're going to find out. We hope we can. But Gettleman seems like he's trying to... I think what Gettleman's trying to do is... I said it earlier. I think I said it to Philly 500. He's trying to clean up the locker room. The locker room has been a mess for 5, 6, 7 years with the Giants, and that's what he's doing. He's bringing in veteran, good character guys, and he's trying to clean up the locker room. I think that's what he's attempting to do.
Yeah, I mean, I could see that because obviously, stemming from 2017, the locker room was very toxic. It was, I got Atlanta Collins, Eli Apple, Odell.
Yeah. I think that's what they're trying to do. Bethay's a veteran guy that has a good reputation. Golden Tate, same thing. Obviously, they got rid of Odell because of his reputation in the locker room. That's what I think they're trying to do. Now, will it work? I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see, but as Giants fans, we got to be patient. It's not going to happen overnight. Got to be patient.
Yeah. And so now going on to the Eagles. I know you're saying that they'll probably you think they're going to take a step back. But don't you think that he probably should do better? Because, I mean, think about it. He's going to have, probably, if you think about it, his second off-season, like a second full off-season. Because last year, obviously, rehabbing from the injury, and his first rookie year, he was planning on being just backing up and learning from Bradford and all that. So you think this could definitely help him out a lot?
I agree. I agree 100% with you. I'm just reading the chat there. I'm definitely going to check out that video after Big Blue. But no, I agree with you for sure.
And I think another issue is we can't try and get by and try and win games with our running backs that we have right now. We have a bunch of guys that they're not really power football runners, you know what I'm saying? They're just kind of receiving backs like Smallwood.
Right.
Clement, and he's a little bit of both. And yeah, so that's why I think we should go out. And I really want Jordan Howard. I think that would be such a good addition. And the Bears are already trying to dump him off. I think we could totally get him with a 4th round draft pick.
If you could get Howard, and I saw what Taylor said, by the way, I was laughing. She said, Chris has the stamina of a crack addict. And diehard Giants fan, have a good one, man. Just thank you to everybody who's tuned in tonight. Yeah, Howard for a 4th-round pick kind of makes sense. Now, would you be intrigued at all with Jacobs in the 1st round with the 25th pick?
Yes, I actually want Jacobs.
Yeah, I think he makes sense for you guys. I really do.
Well, apparently we're in trade talks with the 49ers, and I think it has to be about Matt Breida.
Yeah, somebody called in earlier about that. I don't remember if it was an Eagles fan or somebody else. Somebody called in earlier about Breida, acquiring Breida. But I don't remember if it was an Eagles fan. He's apparently on the market.
Yeah.
He'd be a good fit for you guys. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I think like halfway through the year last year, he led the league in rushing.
Yeah, he did. I think he was about like the first 5 weeks he did.
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, he's definitely worth a shot if you get him on a and he's young. What is he, 25?
I know he's really young. I don't know how old he is.
Yeah, so he makes sense for you guys. That might be a guy you want to look at.
I mean, another thing that's also going to help the Eagles is our schedule is I think it's easy.
Oh yeah,
Besides,
well I know your schedule because the Giants have the same schedule outside of the Giants play the weaker 2 teams in terms of the we have we play the AFC East this year, which the AFC East is going to be improved though. The Jets are better, the Bills are better, the Patriots are the Patriots, and then we play the North. Is it? Do we play the AFC North?
We play the NFC North.
Yeah, that's what No, we play. Yeah, we play the North. We play the Packers and the Bears. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which isn't the strongest division either. I mean, the Bears are good, but the Packers are I mean, well, they did bring in some free agent acquisitions, so we'll see. But I think the Eagles could definitely win 9-10 games for sure.
I actually think we're probably going to lose to the Bills. I think the Bills are going to be a tough team, especially if we're going there on the road.
I think the
Bills. It's going to be a loss for us.
I think the Bills made a lot of really, really good. They didn't make any splashes like the Jets did, but they just made a lot of really good moves, a lot of good players to fill in holes there. I like what the Bills did.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm also probably, I'm talking to my dad about it. We're probably going to go down to Atlanta to watch the Eagles play the Falcons.
Oh, that should be cool. And then you told me when you win the 10,000 giveaway, subscriber giveaway, you're going to take me to a game.
Yeah. I win.
We'll go to an Eagles-Giants game.
Yeah, sure.
Go
have to go to MetLife. I want to go to the Link.
Oh, you want to go to MetLife?
Yeah, I want to go to MetLife.
All right,
Have you ever been to, I'm sure you've been to MetLife.
Oh, MetLife I've been to, several times. I've never been to the Link. I've been to MetLife probably 10 times since they've gotten the new stadium. The old Meadowlands I've been to a bunch too. But, I've been...
Well, I mean, me and my family every December we'll go up to Philadelphia, the Eagles game. And last year was a Texans game.
Okay. You won that game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Barely. Got that Jake Elliott game-winning field goal.
Right. Yeah, the Texans started out real lousy last year, and then I remember they finished they won 9 in a row or something.
Well, part of it was from that easy schedule they had.
Yes, it was.
And then it.
And
then it showed out whenever they played the Colts.
You told me you're starting a channel.
Yeah, I am.
And are you gonna keep the same name or you're renaming it?
I'm gonna keep the same name. I can't.
You're gonna change it, right?
No, I'm keeping it.
Oh, you're gonna keep it. All right. So Sperm Cell, I can't wait for that, man. And Rum Boys, I appreciate that, man. Sperm Cell is gonna have his own channel soon, so that should be a lot of fun. I'll be sure to promote that, man. You've been great for my channel. I'm gonna let you go though because it's getting late. I want to take a few more callers, but thank you so much for calling in, buddy.
All right. Have a good night.
Have a good one. Rogue says hang up on this clown. Have a good one, man. Oh, I didn't mean to hang up on him there. He was about to say something. We'll see if we got any more callers. Entertain, I meant to tell you when I called that Ohio State Pro Day is March 20. Okay. Where is it? All right. Let's take this call. My internet is acting slow all of a sudden. What's going on? You're on live. Thank you for calling in.
Hey, what's going on, Chris? How's it going, brother?
What's going, Arthur?
Yep, it's your boy Arthur, man.
I can tell that voice. I know that voice. What is going on, buddy? How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good, bro. How about you, man?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. We're talking some basketball. We're talking some football. We're talking some baseball. We're talking some. We always bring in some food. We talk a little bit of everything on the show. What's up, man?
Yeah, that's what's up, man. And by the way, before we start, let me say what's up to Philly 500 and what's up to Rum Boys. I see both of them in the chat room, man. How y'all doing, man?
Philly 500, man. We talked for about 15 minutes. I love that guy. That was a great
Oh, yeah.
conversation. Rum
Oh,
Boys,
yeah.
of course,
Oh, yeah.
has a great channel over there. Love always going over there whenever I can. And you,
Yep.
I like your channel with the chest hair.
Yep. Yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate it, man. That's why I gave 3 of you shout-outs, man, and more during my hanging with Artella Hertian.
What's going up? Geomon in the house. What's up, Geomon? But what's up, Arthur? How you doing, buddy?
Yeah, man. I was just chilling Saturday, just watching, college basketball, and I watched the NBA. You know what I mean? It was crazy tonight.
Yeah, I didn't get to see any of it. I wish I did. I cannot wait for the tournament, though. And so you're a hoops fan? You're a college hoops fan?
I'm a UCLA fan.
Okay. How are they doing?
UCLA, they're decent at its best. They're not looking that good today, but they're all right, man.
Yeah. The UCLA
Yeah.
has not really been consistently good in a really long
Yeah.
time. Really long time.
Yeah.
You know?
And what's going on with the NFL free agency, man? I mean, my Steelers haven't done shit, man.
Oh, my God. Your Steelers, man. The Steelers lose Brown. They lose Bell. But I'm going to tell you this right now. I think the Steelers are going to surprise people. And I think they're going to be better than people think. I think the Steelers, that organization is too good. I went back, I looked at their history. I think they've had 7 losing seasons in their existence. That is insane.
The Browns may get the last laugh.
And I don't think Ben's, correct me if I'm wrong, maybe he had 1 losing season in his whole career.
Yeah.
So that organization is too good. Maybe they have a losing year, but they'll bounce back. The Steelers always do.
Yeah, we're a better organization than the Ravens and the Bengals, sorry.
The Steelers, I mean, if you want to go by consistency, the Steelers are the best.
And Browns.
If you want to go by consistency, they're the best organization in football. I mean, you guys have been good throughout your whole existence. You've never had a bad decade. 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s. They're always competitive.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, man. I mean, at least, we got rid of the drama thing. Now it's, juju time, It's juju time.
Oh, Philly 500, thank you so much for the super chat. He says, great stream tonight, entertainer. Keep up the great job. Hashtag banned from NASA. Embrace the tank. Fake moon landing. Philly 500.
Shout out to Philly.
Philly, man, you sent me 2. I think you did that by mistake. I'm going to have to hit you up. I'm going to have to hit Philly up with a super chat next time. I'll give him a $10 super chat. Thank you so much, Philly. You just did a double. That may be a conspiracy theory from Philly 500. I think this is a conspiracy theory with super chats, Philly 500, that it makes you send double. So I think that's what happened there. But thank you so much, Philly 500, for the super chat. I really appreciate that. But Arthur, what's up, my man?
Yeah, can't wait for his conspiracy theory.
Yeah, he just double moonwalked me right there. But yeah, no,
he did.
He's gonna be on the Philly, you're on the week before with the sports
Theory, I believe.
Yeah, they're gonna be doing the conspiracy theory. And exactly, Slick Nick. Great point, Slick Nick. You can't count out Pittsburgh because of the young guys in their old line. They still have a great offensive line. And Tomlin's a good coach,
Tomlin, yeah.
But
off the field, he tends to be like, a pushover kind. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Tends to be.
Who did you like better, Cowher or Tomlin?
What's up,
Who did you like better, Bill Cowher or Mike Tomlin?
That's a tough one to choose, and that's interesting. It's tough to choose, but I'm gonna have to say Bill Cowher. I'm gonna say, man.
Yeah, Bill Cowher is one of my favorite coaches ever. I used to love that mug that he had. He had that mean face.
Yeah, he was kicking ass. He was a beast coach.
Yeah, he was a great coach. But I'm gonna.
And that's for my NBA. Before I get out.
Go ahead.
Yeah. My Lakers are not doing well, not doing well this year, but next year will be fine next year.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Lakers will bounce back. I don't think you're going to be NBA Finals contenders, but I think you'll bounce back. I think you'll bounce back.
At least we're tanking for either R.J. Barrett or Cameron Reddish. I mean, I would love to get one of them, man.
Yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see, man. But I'm going to let you go in case somebody wants to call in. But thank you so much, Arthur.
Yeah, shout out to everyone in the chat room, man.
Good call, buddy.
I just wanted to call in and pop in and say what's up to you, man. You know what I mean? Keep doing your thing.
I always appreciate when you do, man. Same goes to you, man. Keep doing your thing, man. Keep pumping out that content. Keep growing, buddy.
Salute to you, man. Salute to you.
All right, buddy.
Make sure y'all check my channel out.
Check it out, man. He's going to be in the chat. Check him out. Check him out.
Yeah.
Have a good one, my man.
All right, later, brother.
All right, my man.
Later.
Why isn't this going through? Why is this doing this? This is craziness. Alright, I think Cushman is going to embarrass himself again. You wanted to sing, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what you want to sing. I don't know what you're going to say. Just please make it appropriate.
It'll be appropriate. I need a 1, 2, 3 right now.
A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3. Go ahead, Cushman.
You're so high, high above me. You're so sexy. You're so high, like Philly 500. Josh from Sports.
He's still singing. He's still singing. Oh my God, Cushman, that was absolutely beautiful. You have an
Just like you, you're beautiful.
Oh my
I
God.
don't think I can match your beauty.
Good job, Cushman. Yeah, that was great, man. That was great. Anything else you want to talk? I don't think you can top that. Do you want to say anything else after that?
Just one last thing. Learn lacrosse, jerk off.
All right, Cushman, have a good one, buddy. Have a good one, my man. And there you go. So great performance there by Cushman. Great performance there by Cushman. What the hell is going on? Somebody is, yes. I just give that man a Grammy, Philly. 500 cents. All right. I think we got another caller here. What's going on? You're on live.
There he is, my giant blue buddy. How are you?
This guy, the original jerk-off, of course. How you doing, buddy? You always pop in, right near the end. Do you time that perfectly?
Yeah, well, no, I usually let all the other jerk-offs call in first and get them out of the way, you know? But,
what's going on, my man? What's going on, my man?
Yeah, first of all, that guy, Cushman, he sings like a rusty hinge. I mean, that's just terrible.
That was, yeah. I had to take the headphones off there. That was tough to listen to.
Yeah, that's for sure. But, no, just a couple of things just to get off my chest. Yeah, when last time I called you, I told you I was down in the Bahamas. And I was at the hotel a couple of nights ago, with the guys I was with. And they had, what's his name? Jim Rome, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Well, Jim Rome's on there, and he's and all he's doing. Do you listen to him at all, on a regular basis, or no?
I used to when he was on ESPN, but not so much recently.
Yeah, now he's on what is it, CBS, I think. But anyway, so yeah, he's on there, and all he's doing is bad mouthing the Giants.
Right.
I mean,
that's what all the media is doing. That's what all the media is doing.
Yeah, oh no, but this guy is way over the top, and not only is he bad mouthing the Giants, but he also has the Browns winning the Super Bowl. I
don't like that pick.
So, but what I'm getting at is this: is we're sitting there watching him, and I start yelling at the screen, calling him an asshole and all this. And a couple of the guys I was with are big Giant fans, and my best friend, who I was also with, he's a Jet fan. So he turns to me and he looks at me and goes, "You're not going blue on me, are you?" You know? And I'm like, well, you know, and then because when I called you, we were on a boat. Like I said, we were out fishing.
Right.
And when I called you, you know, I told him that I was calling you or whatever, and, you know, what you do and all of this. And he's like, what is this guy doing to you? He's brainwashing you. You know?
I'm trying to bring you over. I'm trying to bring you over to the Giants. Trying to bring you over to the Giants.
Yeah. So it was pretty funny. But this is the other thing I just want to get off my chest, and as far as the Jets are concerned. You know, all these Giant fans, everybody's high on the Le'Veon Bell thing, and sure, so am I. Le'Veon's a great player. I'm glad we got him. Right. But our offense, we've talked about this, but everybody glosses over the offensive line.
I agree.
Like people are saying to me, "Oh, well, you know, there's still the draft, and you know, maybe they'll trade for somebody and this and that." I mean, but. See, I'm getting so angry that I can barely speak. But it drives me absolutely freaking berserk. I mean, the offensive line is actually worse now than it was at the end of the season. And there's absolutely no depth on the line. You guys, the Giants, you guys are probably going to have a pretty good line this year.
I'm telling you right now. And I completely... And the Jets are going to be a better team. I mean, you guys did bring in big pieces. But I agree 1,000% what you said. I think people, and Jet fans may not want to hear this, I think people are overrating the Jets offseason because they did not improve at the spots that matter the most. And the Giants, even though they lost a lot of flash and a lot of pizzazz, they did improve the offensive line. And...
big time.
It may be ugly, it may be... But... I think people are sleeping on the Giants a little bit. I'm not saying they're gonna win 10 games. I'm not saying they're gonna make the playoffs. But I think the Giants are not gonna be a pushover like some people may think.
You know, and then I don't know. I was in on JC's channel, and I was messaging back and forth with some guy in there in the comment section. But you know, he's like, "Well, Osemele is a huge upgrade."
Right.
I mean, he's better than what they had, but, you know, people don't talk about the fact that the guy is coming off of 2 seasons in a decline, and he's also coming off of injuries. He's not the Pro Bowl player he once was. You have to pray that he's going to play the way he used to play.
Right, and we all know, we know that usually doesn't work out.
Right, and the kid that you guys got, this kid Zeitler,
he's an animal.
He's amazing. He's gonna do wonders for you guys.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to get that. You know, it's really pissing me off. This whole, you know, I mean, it really is. It's making me mad.
Yeah, because I'll say you guys slept on Paradis. You guys should have gotten Paradis.
Paradis or the other kid, Morse.
Right.
One or the other.
Yeah, and Paradis went for $9 million a year.
And then also, I don't know if you remember, but last year when we signed Spencer Long, we signed him instead of signing, what's his name, Ryan Jensen we could have had.
Right.
And Jensen wanted to come to the Jets.
Yeah,
but he wound up going.
And then, of course, the embarrassing Anthony Barr. That must have been tough as a Jets fan.
Well, the last time we spoke, we talked, or the second to last time. I mean, this is what goes on with the Jets almost every year.
Right.
Is these people?
Oh, that's right. We did. We talked about Dominic Sue. Yes.
Yeah, it happens every year, every goddamn year. But lastly, before you let me go, I'm upset about the Mets, and this is what I'm upset about.
Yeah.
I'm not upset about the team. I'm upset the fact that Dominic Smith is hitting 400.
He's almost hitting his weight.
Yeah, I mean, but I mean, I don't want him starting at first. And he's actually playing well right now, and it's driving me crazy. You know?
Yeah, I think he's going to win the job. I mean, Alonso's playing pretty well, too. So, I mean...
Well, the other major thing with Alonso and so is we need a right-handed bat. Just about that entire lineup is all lefty. We need another righty who can, who
Remember
can hit.
Remember when they, I think it was last year, right? Second half of the year where they were experimenting with Dom Smith in the outfield?
Yes.
Why do the
Yes,
Mets always
absolutely.
do that? Why do the Mets always do that? They put Murphy in the outfield. They put Duda in the outfield. They put Hundley in the outfield. They always
Wait a minute. They put Duda. I don't remember Duda being in the
Duda
outfield.
started his major league career in the outfield. He was a corner outfielder
Oh shit!
before they moved him to first base.
Yeah.
When
I
think
forgot.
if I'm not mistaken, it might have been when Delgado was still the first. But I know Duda started in the major, and so did Murphy. They both started in the majors as outfielders.
Right. Yeah. No. Yeah. I completely forgot about that. Yeah. Oh, this was the other thing I want. Just I keep coming up with stuff. I don't know. A couple of weeks ago, you were talking about players who played both sports. Baseball and in the NFL. What Mets have played in both? And let's see if you know this. What Mets have played in both for the Mets and an NFL team?
Tim Tebow.
Yes, Tebow. Well, we all know that. But,
Yeah. How many?
Oh, so you don't know? You see?
No,
Maybe I can.
I gotta think about this. So they played professionally in the NFL.
Play professionally in the NFL. If you wanted to, from what I know, and I completely forgot about this guy till about a week ago or so. But if you want, I'll give you a hint.
Go ahead.
All right. He was drafted. He was a running back out of Penn State, and he was drafted in 1987.
1987, running back out of Penn State.
Yes.
Oh man, I should get this.
Oh, and finally, the other hint. I mean, maybe this will give it away, but I don't know. It doesn't seem like it will. He played in the NFL. I'm not going to say what team yet. And he played for the Mets, but he was in the minors up until 91, and then they brought him up to the majors for the Mets in 91. And he only played on the Mets for that one season.
Oh, okay. So this is a tough one. I was thinking of like real Mets. 91, one season. See, that's when I first started watching them. It's around 91, 92.
Right.
I'm not gonna get this one. When you tell me, I'll probably get it. But who is it?
Okay. Well, he was drafted by the Minnesota Vikings. Played for the Vikings. DJ Dozier.
I would have never gotten that. Gotten that. That's a good question. You
Well,
know,
you
you know
see
what
now-
I should do? I've been watching Big Blue. I'm definitely gonna watch the new video. I've been watching Sir Cardinal do that on his channel. I might have a trivia night one night. I like that.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, I like that.
That would really be awesome. But okay, buddy. I guess I'll give you a call on Monday.
Yeah, man. Thank you so much for the call, buddy. Always love talking to you.
All the best. Bye bye.
All right, Mark. The stream. I just stopped the stream. I meant to hang up on Mark. Sorry about that, Mark. I stopped the stream for a second there. I don't know if you guys are still here. Meant to hang up on Mark. I hit stop streaming. LA Yankee King, what's up? I think he just popped in because he got a notification. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Let's go. I hope so, Clash, man. I hope it's our day. Hope it's our year. But it is 12:39. This is later than I was expecting to go. The calls seem to be dying down. Tyler, what's up, my man? I think people are coming in because they think I just went live because I stopped the stream and restarted it. But no, we're closing it out. I stopped the stream by accident. He calls you, Chris, even when you don't have call-ins. Yes. LA Yankee King just popped. Yeah, I've been live since like 9 o'clock. But, 9:50. Oh, you just got off work. Okay, yeah. Yeah, we're going to close it out, guys. I just want to say, you know what it is? I think that Cushman, hey, what's up? Can you give a shout-out to my Gramps, Nick Gore? Yeah, absolutely, Nick Gore. I don't know if I pronounced that right. What's up, Tyler? Thank you for tuning in. We are closing it out, though. Big Blue, I will check that out. Matter of fact, let me go to your channel. I know. I'll go back in. But, yeah, have a great night, guys. Thank you guys for being a part of the stream. Sexy Goat, have a good night. Rum Boys, have a good night. Philly 500, Chad Warden. The audio is a little low. All right, Big Blue, I apologize. The Mets 90 and 72, I hope they're a little better than that. You are the man, entertainer, love your content. Mike Nixon, I love you. Thank you for calling. Sexy Goat, we all know you're not calling in. And the reason nobody else is calling in now, I think Cushman scared him away with that singing. They can't top that. But yeah. Movie critic, have a good night, buddy. Have a good night. Philly 500, stand up. Cushman, have a good night. I don't remember your name. The guy from Japan. I don't remember your name. No, I mean my videos are audio low. Oh, your videos are audio low. Okay, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Chad Warden, have a good night. Clashman, have a good night. I really appreciate that, my man. Thank you very much. JJ Pollock, have a good night. Richard Cranium just popped in, and I'm just popping out. But thank you so much for popping in, Richard. And hopefully we get to see you next time. I've seen you over on Bad Dog's channel a lot. Great guy. But yeah, guys, have a good... Ken, there you go, Ken. Ken, thank you so much for the calls tonight. Thank you, everybody, for being a part of the stream. Marjorie, I don't know if she's still here. She was here for a while. But have a good night, guys. Cheers. There she is, Marjorie. Have a good night. Last Jedi, have a good night. Have a good night. Kyle Petrano, have a good night.